all my notes away, so I need to dig them out.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
if y'all like,
So,
That's why you use the visible notes, the note card. So you can, or you put the notes on the DM layer of the map.
yeah. No, I have a little packet like this.
Okay.
Where I have my actual physical map that I drew this out because before I did this on Roll20, I did this on
Pen and paper.
on pen and paper because I rolled it with my my community.
With the local group.
Society, yeah. So I have like all these little hand-drawn maps.
Yeah.
On graph paper.
Nicola,
got graph paper since I left secondary school. Yes,
Nicola, you're officially a nerd.
Well, to be fair, it was actually my birthday there on Thursday, and one of our friends he got me this, and I really need to get into it. It's Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Oh, cool.
So I need to have a good sit and read on that.
There's some
Okay.
both of the like Monster Manual expansion splat books, Volo's Guide and Mordenkainen's Tome, are pretty damn cool. They got good stuff in them.
Also, Nicola, not for nothing, but you might want to change your titillations on your stream because it's still saying you're on Jackbox. And
Yeah.
oh, I just caught that backup plan, Jackbox.
Yeah. Because the first backup plan I couldn't do because I wasn't prepared. Otherwise, we would have been playing a little bit of the current Star Trek RPG, maybe. Or I would have dug into the old Marvel RPGs or something.
Let's just not do a Doctor Who RPG for two reasons. One, I know fuck all about Doctor Who, and two, everybody's going to want to be the Doctor. So,
well, everybody going to want to be a Time Lord, not necessarily the Doctor, just a Time Lord. But,
Alrighty then.
But yeah, I get your problem.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
No, but
I'm
let's go
ready.
ahead anyway.
Are we ever ready?
Alright then. So, when we last left our heroes, they were contracted by a noble to reclaim his birthright by clearing out his manor house and claiming several items he needs to reclaim his title and lands. You were sent to find a family tree and a signet ring. So far, you entered the house and you found it infested with kobolds. After clearing part of the first floor and descending down into the basement, after quite a sticky fight in the dining room, you found a prisoner whose name I totally remember.
He was named Dave.
After some tense negotiations, he released him from his captivity and he handed you the signet ring. You attempted to convince him to stay and help you fight, but he scarpered. He was having none of this shit.
To be honest, I don't know that it. A lot of us don't know that it's the true signet ring. I looked at it from a distance and I said, "That's just a regular old ring."
Yeah, everybody else decided that it was a fake, so I just said, "Yeah, sure," and kept it. We'll see how that plays out.
Someone did check into this, and
but Shava didn't share that information with the group.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right then. So.
Oh, and Beevehr decided to talk to the chef in the kitchen down here in the cellar, and now we got a little bit less trouble on our hands, at least for now.
Beevehr, deciding to be a little bit more polite, managed to avoid a fight by instead entering into a business negotiation with the kobold chef.
Yeah. Because he got in the way of Luther Lightbringer, who is very good at opening doors with his head.
As Matt is busy with schoolwork sadly this week, I will be taking over Luther Lightbringer, which means he will be slightly in the background on this one. Tony,
he should be storming the fort.
Of wine from this cellar, by the way.
Okay, so you've made my character a drunkard?
No,
you were there.
You were there, and we picked up some of some bits of very strong wine from the kegs down in the.
Generosity of her to carry them.
Okay.
All right,
That sounds like something I would do.
So this is where we have left our heroes off. You're standing in the hallway.
Oh, by the way, one thing we almost forgot, because I don't know if I think Tony wasn't there at that time. Snuggles now has a little bit of armor on it, or him. I don't know if the gender of this dog. So
I'm just gonna assume that it's a boy puppy. Yeah, they took some armor off a kobold and put it on the pup, so the pup now has bonus AC.
Well,
Sweet.
we took, and I believe this is actually the wine-soaked armor from.
It is. It is.
So it's going to have very interesting effect because someone is because this fellow down here in the wine cellar is dead by alcohol.
Yep. Yeah. He looked like he was trying to reach in the bottom of the keg, but fell in and drowned. Or
Well,
tried to drink his way out. Anyway,
yeah,
Hell of a way to go.
Drank himself to death or happy. So I think.
You are in a blank, featureless hallway that is lit by these dim torches. At the end of the hallway, you can see a rather ornate-looking door, and your paladin is currently fussing with his puppy. What do you do?
Well, I think knocking worked so well the last time.
All right.
Yeah, I think we should be polite.
Alright, so
Then again, I have a very bad feeling about this.
Uther shakes his head and bangs on the door. You hear the knock echo, but no response.
Okay. Someone should probably take a little peek in there. Shava, you come in.
Uther
Yeah.
moves out of the way, seeing as you're not going to let him collate the door.
Oh, I didn't move my pog up.
I was just. I thought there was a reason. It's not like I've been too unfriendly to you last time we spoke. Wasn't I? And I give you a wide, obviously fake and toothy grin.
If nobody else has the wits to take a peek in here, I will.
Oh,
see what I can
do
see.
have the. Oh, that's a very nice 20 that I see there.
Well,
27.
Okay, there are some very large keyholes in this door. So you
Mm-hmm.
can get a very good look through. And what you see on the other side is this.
What do you see? What do you see?
You see a long corridor with expensive looking wooden mosaic lining it. The walls are also delicately plastered with fine plaster filigree. There are voids in the wall where you can see there used to be paintings, but this hallway is for show.
Okay.
another hallway. Rather fancy one for being in the basement. I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
There are two doorways on the right-hand side, and you can see the passageway curves off to the left.
I have a feeling that this is basically the jackpot. It's a good place to store your things if you don't want thieves around.
Maybe this is where they keep the good wine.
I turn to him as if to say, really?
Are the doors locked?
Everyone knows that mead is superior to wine. The door is not locked.
Okay. I will open it then and just push it open.
I would, yeah, they probably already went through and ransacked the place. So, yeah, I think we can carefully move on, unless someone has an objection.
Uther shakes his head. After the ear bashing you gave him last time, he's more than happy to let you guys take the lead.
Shava, seeing that you stand already in front of the door,
All right.
would you please?
Why don't I move forward quietly and make sure there's nothing waiting for us around any of these corners?
Roll a stealth check.
Well,
Very nice.
18
You are
plus.
goddamn mice. Nobody gives a shit.
Okay.
What
Is
is
this door-
your passive perception?
My passive perception,
Mhm.
it would be 17, I believe. Let me make sure that I'm doing that math right.
I need my dice too.
It's on here somewhere.
You could always roll for yourself only to GM.
It's just 10
Yeah.
plus perception, right?
It is 10 plus your perception modifier.
Yeah, there it is. It's 17.
17. Alright then, as you make your way down this corridor, you spot several floorboards that look to have been damaged. You gently step over them as you know they will make noise. It's up to you if you want to point them out to your party.
Well, they're not following me yet, so...
The door's wide open, they can see you.
They can.
This double
Yes.
door is wide open. You can
Yeah.
see right the way back down to the end of the corridor, the kitchen.
That doesn't concern me much at the moment, so long as they're staying there.
Yeah. Cross them out.
Is this door closed, locked?
It is closed, yes.
I'll come back to that in a second. Anything
Hey,
around this
Shava!
corner?
Hey!
Shh!
Do you peer
Check
around?
around the corner!
Yes. I'm...
You peer around the corner. You
Yes.
see the corridor continues on, with doors on both the left and right, and a small chest is at the end of the room.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to perceive at this door to see if there's any indication of anything behind it.
Alrighty then.
Moving
Roll
about.
me a perception check.
Yeah.
9. Alright. You can see little
Some.
vague outlines,
Mm-hmm.
but you hear someone 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
They're
You
doing
can't
double dutch?
identify the voice.
Okay.
You hear someone tapping out a beat.
Hey! Hey, Shava! Is it safe to follow you?
You're whispering awful loudly, you know
I was
that.
going to just shake her head and make the throat slitting gesture, but with an actual dagger.
Don't put yourself.
Let me go back over here and check that door similarly.
Roll perception.
I had the good rolls earlier, but
Alright. From this one, you could see about this.
Ooh, there's a chest there.
Hey, we don't know that yet.
You see
I'm
in the
looking.
room,
I'm out of character right here.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
floor looks well worn, and you see a small chest that is slightly ajar. There are several bits of cloth hanging out of it.
okay.
Should we throw something at him so we can get Shava's attention?
Nope.
We could whisper.
That hasn't worked yet.
She just vanishes around the corner.
Okay.
I'm pretty
I've seen that she's been dancing around the floorboard, so I'm doing a perception check in order to try and find out why she has moved away, and in order to maybe spot the reason.
All right, roll it.
Yeah.
You see the dodgy floorboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can pretty much safely move freely now.
You could, yes.
Okay. I inform, of course, the others, because someone hasn't done that yet. So that we can, and I look where Shava has gone. I stay behind the corner and I peek around. I believe that's either a stealth or a perception check.
I'd say it's clear. You can just have a look around the corner.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to check the white and the red doors in that order.
Okay.
Alright. So, on the white door, you see pretty good in there. This was an easy one.
13 on both of them.
Alright. So, in this room, you get a pretty good view of the loose hanging thing. There is a room with marble floors and intricately decorated walls, and there also appears to be a set of marble stairs leading upwards.
I thought for a second you were going to say marble floors and internet. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was half expecting marble hornets.
In this room, you see some furniture. Some furniture with a really detailed carpeted flooring. This looks very reminiscent of the drawing room you've seen upstairs. This room is for show. There appears to be something a little bit further off to the right, but you can't quite tell what it is without opening the door.
I haven't heard anyone in any of these, except the green one. Okay. In that case, I'm going to come back down here to Barben and glare daggers at him and say, usually when you send somebody ahead to scout, you wait until they come back and give you the all clear before you follow them.
I was under the impression that you might be sneaking off to places.
Yes, that was the point.
And leaving us behind.
What are you guys
Right.
doing over there?
You're very suspicious, Sword, aren't you?
Well, sometimes you need to be suspicious. Sometimes you need to be skeptical. And sometimes this feeling in your gut is right. So, I'd be rather safe than sorry, seeing as I met all of you just a few days ago.
Okay,
In any
in
case-
the interest of fairness, can we just agree to go by each room one at a time to see what's in them?
Well, there is somebody in that room over there.
Well, then one we will say for last, then won't we?
As you say that, you look over and you see someone leaning out the door. You were all talking rather loudly in the hallway.
I wave.
I
wave.
step towards him and say, "Good sir, we're a traveling band and we've apparently come to the right place."
The female
basically-
Dragonborn looks you up and down. Now, to give you context of this character, she is currently wearing a rather elaborate dress. From a distance, it looked like something a noble would wear, but now as you're closer, it looks like some costume. On her head, you notice she is wearing a blonde wig that has been torn so her horns can peek through. I
Oh,
want
a
you to
fellow.
roll me a deception check.
Oh, shite! She's a fellow thespian.
Alright. Let's see, what's her insight? Wisdom. Oh, Jesus, she's not very well. Oh, fuck you, beat. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. She looks at you, and I assume you have your
I have my
musical
lute out.
instrument slung over your shoulder or something.
Yeah, I pretty much have my lute out, and I bring it out as I talk to her to show we're just a traveling band.
It's you! You came after all! I can't believe it. Quickly, come in, come in! I will show you what I've done.
I obviously follow her into the room, standing right next to her.
As you enter the room, you see a number of kobolds on the stage. Some have small instruments. Some are wearing costumes.
Oh, you've put on a play.
This guy over here is holding what appears to be a script, and he has a small flat cap and a round funnel.
Oh, great! We've run into the stage play.
Yes, I've been trying so hard, but I have to first teach them how to act. I'm talking about you! This little kobold just kind of shrinks behind the curtain. Complete amateurs. I've been wanting to put on a show for the master, but there's only so far you can get with such limited resources.
Is she unaware of the current situation in the castle?
Yeah, probably. Seeing as
would it be wise to inform her of the current situation then?
Are you whispering, or are you having this a full out loud conversation?
I'm whispering. Yes.
We're whispering, yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, lady, what's wrong with
that
you?
one. She hears fuck all. She's too busy talking to the bard. So basically, she's having a full-blown conversation to you about her compositions, and she's shoving her sheafs of sheet music into your hand and wants you to look them over, and she's basically asking, can you play this?
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Question to the DM. Since I have flute proficiency, would I be involved in this in any way?
Right now,
Right now, she's just talking to the bard.
The bard who's told her, look, you're a fellow that you're someone great. It's been great. What did you want me to roll?
She did say she sent for a band.
Oh yeah, right. Yes.
So she has now shoved these sheaths of paper into your hand. What do you do with them?
If two people can qualify as a band for the White Stripes, we can do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I look over the sheets, of course, and this is a very interesting composition style you have here. While glancing over perception. It. All right.
Nat 20 or 7. 7. All right. Well, this is an easy modifier. Anyway, you only need a 5 to beat it. It was just like, this is shit. This is the worst composition you have ever seen. There are jumps and notes here that are physically impossible. As you try to visualize the notes in your head, this would sound horrendous. It'll sound like someone's beaten a leprechaun with a lute.
So it sounds like Irish folk music.
Oh!
Or what some people would put as such. I presume that modern Irish folk music isn't necessarily the cultural high point.
Are you saying this to me or to her?
I'm saying this to you, Jurnis, not to the character.
Alright. So, she's watching you eagerly as you start flicking through the music.
This is rather challenging material here. We would need a bit longer to prepare. We thought it would be a more traditional composition style.
Oh, well, I did tell you that I would be composing this myself. I'm rather proud of it, you see. Unfortunately, some people can't get the tempo down. This guy kind of shrinks back.
Well, seeing as the tempo is rather high, maybe your castmates, as I see this is a full-on play, would prefer if we were to slightly modify your work in order to make it easier on them, so that you can turn into...
You can't modify anything. This is my vision.
I do understand. I'm just saying, if you want to take this to the wider masses, to the unwashed masses, they are not ready for this kind, unfortunately.
Yes, you do have a point there. Oh, anyway, well, you and your companions, you look that over. In the meantime, these people need to get their dance choreography in line. Now, as she's talking, this guy kind of slinks forward and hops off the stage. And he starts looking at you and he starts sniffing at you.
Yes, what seems to be the matter?
He's looking at some of the stains on your weapons.
Seeing that I didn't stab anyone,
You were next to someone when they got splattered, I think. But he's having a sniff at you. But he rolled like absolute garbage, so he's just going to shrug and try and climb back on the stage, but he's too short to get up without assistance.
I help him back on stage.
He just scrabbles back up.
All right.
He's dropped his prop sword, though.
Sighs
heavily.
I pick it up gingerly and hand it back to him.
He chitters and heads back over to his spot. You can see
All
crudely
right.
mapped out on the floor is several big chalk marks with what you assume is their names next to the marks. Right, okay, well, off you go. I'll stay here.
All right, I
He
will.
sets the scene!
We will be back after we've managed to learn the piece. Some members of my troop are unfortunately not as skilled yet.
Your troop,
I have similar problems.
That actually does remind me. How many are there in your troop? Could you bring them all in?
We are basically, we have two, but we have a few who are currently looking into the arts, and I stand next to the door and motion them to come in, but at the same time try to show them, don't say anything or do anything that could cause this to be troublesome.
Hi, I'm a drummer.
Snuggles comes in. As Snuggles comes in, the Dragonborn turns and starts snapping, "No dogs in the theatre!" So Luther just kind of like says, "Well, screw you. No pop, no me." So he's going back outside.
Well, those were our escorts.
Oh, bloody mercenaries. No respect for the arts. And look at the...
Oh, he's a rather
carpet.
artsy. Well, we are a traveling troupe. I found these wonderful people, and I pat Darius on the shoulder, softly. I found these wandering about, trying to find a good use for their artistic skills. You see, this rather large, friendly fellow, pointing to Beevehr, he is trying to find a sense in his life besides honey. You see, for him, honey is like a religion. So he wants to make sweet music to us all, in addition to showing us how grand his honey is.
You're saying honey quite a lot, dear.
Well, he is rather obsessed with it.
He enjoys it. He enjoys his honey quite a bit.
I see. And what instrument do you
It's
play,
very,
my
very
darling?
good.
She's looking at you.
I have a love of the flute, my lady.
Woodwind instrument.
Yes.
Not much
Yes.
call for
True.
that in my composition. Can you play a stringed instrument?
No, but I do believe that with the right preparation, I could convert my fluting skills into any composition that you would have.
Perhaps it's something
plus,
we
of
should have
course,
to look onto.
Plus, of course, he is eager to learn the string instruments.
Of course. Wait, what? I mean, yes, of course.
All right. Now, while you guys are chatting to this, the little
Oh.
assistant director over here, he just he rolled pretty high. He's looking at Shava up and down, and he notices blood on her dagger. And he starts to
no.
reach for his sword. And he starts saying something in Draconic.
I step in and say, "What's this? What's this going on here?"
The kobold eyes you up and down, and he says something in Draconic.
Okay, I speak Draconic, so I will lend my services.
You hear the kobold say, "Mistress, I don't think they are who you think they are."
Let me
Hang on,
assure
roll
you.
insight for her. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, roll.
What do I roll for?
Continue with what you're saying, and then we'll roll deception.
Okay. I assure you, despite our appearances, we are indeed who we say we are. A few bumps and bruises along the way, but it is what has gotten us here.
All right. Roll me
As
deception.
as I'm completely confused, I just look at it and basically go,
Whoa!
What is going on here?
I'm so sorry, Tony. She beat it.
What? It's a 15!
She rolled a nat 20.
Fuck me!
No, the rolling was no. I would rather prefer. Look.
By the way, I'm sorry if I'm yelling too loudly. I'm just. Oh my god! My modifier was already at -1, so I was screwed either way.
So, she's now looking between you guys and the little kobold.
What?
And she looks at Shava.
What seems to be the matter?
She is our kobold friend here is a bit taken aback by a certain fluid that is on Shava's daggers, and they are doubting our credentials, shall I say?
I grabbed Shava's wrist and lift up the object in question. You carry around a weapon from our last play that we used. This is stage blood. Man, woman, you should have cleaned up after yourself. Basically trying to fool everyone that it is not real blood, but rather looking like it.
Technically, kobold blood would be real blood. It's just
I'm trying to tell them this is not real blood.
I'm just speaking out of character. It's just like kobold blood technically would still be blood. It's just used for stage.
Roll me a deception there, Barben.
Oh, for the love of God!
All right.
Ooh, 25. Ooh. Okay.
And she's gonna roll insight. Oh fuck. She believes every word you say. So she snaps to the little kobold. Oh, don't worry. You panic about every little thing. And what about the rest of you? Get back on the stage. We have a scene to rehearse. So all the little kobolds, they've all narrowed their eyes at all of you, and some of them have their hands on their little daggers. This guy up here is swinging a sling. They don't trust you at all, but she's snapping at them, so they start helping each other back up onto the stage.
Shava, to avoid any more confusion, may I kindly request you go wash your daggers before we proceed, please?
This guy can't get back on the stage, he's too tiny.
Beevehr goes over and helps him.
Yeah, exactly. We move.
Here you go, buddy.
He's now standing on the stage, and he's now looking at the human barbarian in the face, and he kind of goes, "What's up?" nods the head.
Shava, if you might have a moment with me outside.
The little
With
director
that,
scurries over to the sorceress.
Beaver,
Okay.
but before you, Barben, rather,
Yes,
it's been
yes.
pardon me, it's been a long day. Before you go, might I have a look at the composition to see what exactly it is I am getting myself into?
I whispered to him, it's a pile.
I understand it's a pile.
It's
of-
a pile. Yeah, it's a pile of.
I understand that, but if I
roll
might have
perception
a
to see if he hears you guys. Oh, she can't hear shit.
okay,
She's
I
rolling.
under-
She's either rolling really high or really low. This is ridiculous. Right now, she's focused
My-
on this little director who's pulling on her dress.
my dear Bod, I understand it might be, in your words, shite, but if you will give it to me, I have a plan that, if worked properly, she will be none the wiser.
Very well. I hand it over by sleight of hand,
Okay,
so
and
he doesn't notice it.
Now, if you will excuse me, I will go over here and study this in peace to get a better grasp of the composition. Thank you.
Okay. While you were having this conversation and this sleight of hand, she is too focused on this little assistant director who's like pulling on her dress. She looks down. She looks down. Dave,
Now's not the time.
crouches down.
Sorry.
Because remember, she is a dragonborn. She is like 5'5". She's about the same height as you guys. So she crouches down, and he is jittering in her ear, and he is gesturing towards the Barbarian and the Paladin. But eventually, she just shakes her head and tells him to get lost. She's just like, no, these are the ones we ordered. They should be here for the master's show, seeing as you can't play any instruments. Now get back over there before I think of something else for you to do. And she like gives him a backhand, and he like.
While that happens, this conversation, I step out and talk to Shava. Look, I talk quietly to Shava, just so no one hears it necessarily. Look, I understand that your weapons get dirty, but when we run into these kinds of people, it's of utmost importance they don't suspect a thing. Otherwise, we get the stabby in the back. If you understand what I'm saying. Have I made myself clear? Make certain we don't stand out. Got anything to say about that, Shava?
Yes, I do, and you've made yourself clear on this matter, but I have a question about something else.
Of course.
Our contract is to clear everyone out of this place. How exactly do you see this little charade resulting in that?
If we get their trust, we can send them off on the road. We don't need to get our hands dirty. And then everything will be fine.
Well, it's your show. We'll see how it goes.
It's also my funeral, if all goes down the drain.
Nah, that shouldn't be necessary. I'll save your ass if it comes to that.
Oh, really? Well,
What about the rest of them?
You're not in this conversation, so...
I know.
well, I guess we better keep up the charade. As long as it is necessary.
I'm
Just
sure it would be
just make certain they don't see the blood, or I will have to tell a tall tale again. And I fear the horned one, the dragonborn, will figure it out sooner or later. She probably isn't as dumb as she seems.
That wouldn't be hard.
Alright.
And with that, I step back into the room,
Okay.
pointing
now-
at Shava to follow me.
As you enter back into the room, you see the Dragonborn is now on the stage and has this kobold backed against the backdrop, and she is utterly screaming at him for completely messing up his part. She turns out in frustration and snaps her fingers at the Barbarian. Your companion says you weren't much of an instrument player, but can you act? I need a new male lead. This one is completely useless. Come with me. She pulls on your shoulder and pulls you out of the room.
Okay, and while that's going on, what I will attempt to arrange the composition to where it is easier to play, but that the Dragonborn will not notice any changes. So what do I have to roll for that?
I would be more suited for that, seeing as I have relatively high performance modifier. 10.
Performance would probably be what I would roll for, yeah.
Okay, then okay. Barben, may I see you over here for a minute, please?
Of course.
Okay.
Luther, would you check whether or not Beevehr is doing fine over in the dressing room?
Oh yeah, Snuggles isn't allowed in here. Snuggles has to go outside. Okay, so after the departure of the Dragonborn, a little assistant director has now moved over and is taking over the stage directions. The small kobolds are shuffling their way through appears to be a badly choreographed dance, but they keep bumping into each other and making adorable little squeaks. Meanwhile, in the other room, the Dragonborn has pulled you into what appears to be a dressing room. There are several small desks covered in makeup and bottles, and there's a wall-length mirror on this wall. She has pulled you over to the chest that was seen through the doorway that has a pile of cloth sticking out of it, and she's currently rummaging through. Every now and again, she'll straighten up and hold up a shirt or a piece of or a cloak or something, hold it up and look at the bard. And mutter
at the bard. I'm over in the other room.
At the Barbarian, sorry, at Beevehr. Every time she finds something she likes, she puts it over your arm, and she's muttering about how her vision is being ruined by these incompetent actors.
I am an actor. And I will do the things for you.
Of course you will, darling. She's like, pats your cheek affectionately. We will turn you into a star.
I am an actor, not a good actor.
He's a B-movie actor.
Am I going to play a Kotarak?
No, darling. We're going to turn you into a prince. She starts getting really excited, and she starts muttering about your role, and basically telling you the story of the story of her show. And as you listen, your eyes start to cross and glaze as it jumps from place to place and makes no coherent sense.
Oh, great!
To you.
Oh, yes. Really? That's good.
Great. She's writing on fanfiction.net.
Well, what is my motivation, though?
Well, obviously, you need to free the girl, and then you marry her. Oh, but that'll be played by me, by the way. And she flicks her wig. As she flicks her wig, you hear a slight tear as the tear where her horn comes through is elongated.
It's very regal horns you have there. That's...
Oh, thank you. They do mess so much with my hair, though.
No, it's your hair. That's beautiful hair they put on you. It's golden like honey.
Oh God!
I was warning her.
Your friend was right. You do like honey, but I will accept the compliment either way. Right. Let's
Can I call you honey?
So she drags you over to the mirror.
I have the feeling sooner than later we have a barbarian marrying the dragonborn.
So as you are a lightly armored barbarian, she's starting to pull these these costume clothes over your head, and it's the selection she has chosen clashes horribly. You look more like a clown than a prince, but you're just kind of nodding and letting her go as she is still jabbering on about the show.
God, he's wearing the Technicolor Dreamcoat. But this is going to elicit a lot. We're going to have to roll against laughter, don't we? As soon as we see him.
All right, so Beevehr.
Anyway.
Green is the bold choice, yes.
Is there any actions you would like to take before we go back to the rest of the group?
Yes, we had. I think.
No, Beevehr.
Beevehr? No,
Yeah.
Beaver's over there.
Yeah, I was asking, does he want to take any actions before?
Okay, sorry, my mistake.
Because he's just been kidnapped by this weird dragonborn.
I'm going to be like, you know what people always say is great for your voice?
Honey.
We're not there.
I know.
Darius, we're not there.
She kind of glances you up and down. You start to think that she's starting to get what you're about.
So, yeah. You see. I think singers always use warm honey, and if you need a supply, you see, I have one with flowers of the meadow, and I have some with flowers of the forest, and I think those would be the best for it. And also, I think you can use it for a face mask if you're feeling fancy like that.
Oh, we don't have time for this right now. Oh, we do need to get this performance done, or the master will be so angry.
Okay, but careful with the costume. I'm a little bit ticklish.
Alright then. So, you hear shrieks of laughter from the barbarian in the next room. What do you do?
Oh, I can't even imagine what's going on over there. Okay.
Oh, I can. She's putting him in his costume. Let's just hope he doesn't look the way she writes the music.
I wonder how many times he's mentioned honey to her by now.
5 times too many.
Yeah. One time is one time. One time is one time too many. Anyway, on to the task at hand, my friend. Okay.
We seem to be a little bit loud. We seem to be distracting. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to distract you and your performers.
Shall we go outside?
Saying this to the assistant director.
He's just kind of narrowing his eyes at you. Roll me a perception.
All right.
Both of us, or just?
I would say both of you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it got stuck. Sorry.
Perception.
There.
And.
All right, 25 on EatThePath. You have a look at this guy, and you realize he probably doesn't speak common, so he probably doesn't know what you are talking about, but he is watching you very fucking closely.
It's like we seem to have a bit of an eavesdropper on us. Excuse me for one moment. I kindly, but firmly insist that the assistant director return to his duties and pay us no mind.
Oh,
what
great.
role? I kindly but firmly. I'm not an animal.
I assume you said
persuasion or intimidation. It would be the one of the two. Being that you're trying to be kind, I would say persuasion.
I would say intimidation, because you basically kind of told him to mind his own business, And
It doesn't really. I got a -1 in both for some reason,
Oh,
so it doesn't
great.
really matter. So
Let's go with. This is going to go down south pretty quickly.
let's go with persuasion. 10.
The kobold just kind of narrows his eyes. He holds up one hand with 2 fingers up, pointing at his own eyeballs, and then slowly turns the hand towards you. And does it again. Points at his own eyes and points at you.
Yes. Well, that did not work as well as I had hoped. And
Yeah, I'm sorry. He went really high. He knows you're up to something, but he doesn't know what.
okay, can I roll another check to no longer be polite and start getting real?
Yeah,
I think
sure.
Shava is going to try
Intimidation.
something if she has the time.
Sure.
I'm sorry, what?
If things go south quickly,
I was just going to have a Shava say, I don't suppose you can understand this in Undercommon.
What if I just
Kobold doesn't react, so you can assume he doesn't understand you.
Okay,
what
worth a shot.
if I
Wait,
just
hang on.
what if I just throw him a gold piece to mind his own fucking business?
Do you do it?
I have 150, so I should be fine. So
Alright, do you throw the coin directly at him? Do you throw it at his feet? Where do you throw it?
I will walk up to him and diplomatically, because I feel that throwing it to him might be seen as a sign of aggression. I will calmly put it in his hand and be ever so more diplomatic in trying to squash this situation.
Do you say anything to him, or do you just hand him the coin?
Yes, I hand it to him and say, I'm sure that we can come to some sort of understanding. And with that, I gently slide it into his hand.
Okay, now let me just get something real quick. What is your perception? Oh, you don't see shit. Okay. What about the other guy? No, he nat ones. Alright.
you could have.
None of the other kobolds, except this guy, have noticed what you're doing. And this guy kind of slinks off the stage next to the director. And he looks at the director. And the little assistant director looks at him. And this one starts pawing at his hand, trying to take the gold. The director's just like, no, mine. No. You can see the kobold basically engaging in a slap fight now in the corner.
My fellow, my dear,
Gentlemen.
okay, gentlemen, please. There's no, please. Okay. All right, that's it. Now I've gotten Now I've gotten pissed off.
Down.
I am. Like Barben. Kindly intervene, or something is going to happen.
Gentlemen, there is no reason to squirrel. I'm fairly certain that there is a way to solve this.
They can't.
Fight
And
to the
I try to persuade them to
They don't.
stop.
Barben, they don't speak common. They don't understand you.
Okay, as you're talking, the assistant director hits the dirt and starts scrabbling under these chairs. This guy jumps over the chairs. And they're now
Do I have the means to persuade them other than with a coin?
The other kobolds are now watching, and you roll me a wisdom.
A straight up wisdom.
Roll me a straight up wisdom.
This
Me
is
or-
going
me
to
or-
turn out terrible. No, it's actually
17.
decent.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I think Shava pipes up and says, "Man, I thought the show was gonna suck."
Okay. You reach into your pocket and you start to lift out a gold coin, but then you look at these two kobolds that are quarreling over a single coin. And with the rest of the kobolds now watching, you realise if you add more money to this, you're just going to have a full-on kobold brawl in the back of this room.
A kobold.
Okay, so let me
Lord.
think. Let me give a think. Okay. I'm really starting to.
With a 15, do I realize the same thing?
I would say yes.
Okay. Now, I'll remind y'all about what I said last time before we started, that if this character gets too dickish, let me know. But I would like to roll sleight of hand to toss out 3 more gold coins without anybody knowing it was me.
Sure. Where are you going to throw them?
Here-ish.
Next to Barden?
Yeah.
Great, you want to involve my character in the slap fight.
You want the bard to get fucking trampled?
They're kobolds. I could kill this whole room by myself.
Alright.
Alright.
Roll a sleight of hand
wait.
then.
13.
Sure. Alright, let's see.
Anyone besides
He doesn't
us,
see it.
or just the kobolds?
He sees it. He sees it. He sees it. He doesn't. Alright. So,
I mean, I want them to see it. I just don't want it necessarily to be easily tracked back to me.
alright.
Oh, you want to track back to me?
So,
I just want them to see some gold. You're right next to me, too.
these 3 suddenly squeak out in excitement and dive down. While these
That's
2 are
4.
left on the stage going, what
Okay.
the fuck? So these 3 kobolds practically dogpile onto the coins. Barden, make me a dex save.
I knew what was going to happen.
I've lost Barden under a kobold. Oh well.
It's an 11.
11.
I'm in the mix apparently.
No. They hit you in the back of the knee and you go straight down. There's now 3 kobolds brawling on top of you.
Okay.
I think now it's time to stop being polite.
Yes. Okay.
Alright then.
We
Now,
need.
as
We need.
you-
We
as
need to.
this is
We
going
need
on-
to.
Suddenly you hear something slam open, and the
Stage door.
sorceress has come out through the stage door and is now
Oh,
bellowing
shit.
at her actors. She's jumping down and she's got a hold of this kobold by the tail, and she's grabbed the other one by his little ear, and these 2 are now dangling from her arms. One of them is
can I-
desperately trying to get at the hand of the other, and this one
can
is
I-
kind of entangled in Barden's clothes.
Can I make a an attempt to separate Barben and the kobold?
Sure, roll me a
I'll help.
strength.
All right.
I would like to aid
23.
this action.
Yeah,
It doesn't
well,
matter much anyway.
Save that you did.
easily yank up the kobold by the tail. He is clutching a hand to his chest, and you can see this wee fucker has all 3 coins. He has the biggest grin on his face right now.
As a side note,
You
Beevehr just
little
peeks out the door.
I'm terribly sorry about the commotion.
What is
What?
going on in here?
Barben, I
what
think
it-
those 3 stole some gold from you.
Okay. We attempt.
I beg your pardon.
Isn't that your gold they've got? They tackled you.
Yes, I saw it. Yes, yeah, all three of them ran. We were trying to go over the composition that you generously let us look over, and your assistant director started giving us the wary eyes, and then my bard companion here, was suddenly accosted by these 3.
Are you speaking common or draconic?
I am speaking to Common. I'm speaking to her.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay then. So he doesn't quip on this. Alright then. Both Shava and Darius, roll me deception.
Oh God. Oh, no, that's perception, not
Deception.
Okay.
Deception is charisma.
Sure, we
Oh,
can't
okay.
just have it.
That's good,
Alright.
Okay.
right?
And her insight is
5.
not high enough.
Yes.
Alright.
I dig into my I dig into my pocket, into my purse, and act as if I was completely shocked. This is my money that my money. Some of my money is missing, and I act in such a way that probably everyone notices that I think my money has gone missing. As if I think my money has gone missing.
With all due respect, my lady, it's no wonder you can't keep these creatures incapable of keeping a play. It's because as soon as you leave, all hell breaks loose.
She looks absolutely furious. She bellows out words in Draconic that you can't quite understand, but you soon realize as these kobolds stop fighting and scarper, you realize it's their names. They all quickly gather in front of her. She turns round and she throws these two. And they all smack into a small pile in front of the stage. She turns, steps towards you. She looks like she's about to say something. She opens her mouth, she takes a deep breath. But she whips around and unleashes a mouthful of acid in a cone towards all these kobolds.
My God.
They
Saves
all
us work.
shriek and die. All these kobolds are now dead and have melted into a mass on the floor.
Except for the 2 on stage.
The 2 on the stage, they're safe from the acid, but they didn't get in trouble, so they're safe. They scupper behind the curtain.
They've officially pissed their pants.
Pretty much. This one hides behind the curtain. This one tries to get through this hatch, but only to discover there's a gaudily clad barbarian in the way.
Who we unfortunately haven't seen yet, because that's going to be a hard save.
Hey, buddy, what's going on here?
Well, that's certainly one way to deal with the situation.
So she's like screaming in frustration. That's the third trope! I've had enough of this! No one appreciates my genius!
But we do. We clearly do.
Yes, your composition is lovely. And I'm sure that given the proper practice, we can put it to justice.
Roll me a deception.
Oh, fuck.
Both
You
of
had to say something.
Both of us.
Barden.
Okay, so unless let's go with his.
Yeah.
Alright, she rounds on you, Darius. Oh, shut up, you sycophant! She just spits at you and just storms over here and starts pacing back and forward.
Barben, if you would please.
She starts muttering to herself in Draconic.
She's
Roll me a perception, Darius.
I don't need to translate, but I just will say she's not happy.
Roll me a perception so you can hear what she's saying.
That we don't need to hear what she's saying. We can see that by her actions. So what I should do is probably roll a perception check.
No, I want Darius specifically to roll me a perception
Alright.
check.
Fuck.
She is muttering something in Draconic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's too far away for me to understand exactly what she's saying, but
All right.
obviously she is
This is
very
what you
angry.
hear. You hear her say, I promised the master something spectacular. He's going to kill me for this. And as she's saying this, you notice she is clutching something very close to her chest. It appears to be an ornate bar. So this has something to do with the master. So
Okay.
her anger has subsided, and now she just looks worried and scared.
Okay, Barben, I think this goes without saying that if we do not help her, something terrible will happen to her. Now, whether she is off her tits or not is not the question. Now, we just have to make sure she does not suffer any permanent consequences, because we are effectively responsible for killing off at least 3/4 of her cast.
I completely understand this.
I'm pretty sure she's responsible for killing her cast. I mean, I could have done it, but she did it.
I shoot a glare at Shava for that comment.
I mean,
Like, Shava, please, now is not the time. You can gloat about this later.
Technicalities, my
gloating,
friend.
just-
Technicalities.
Yes, but in the meantime, we have a play that is going on with 2 people, and oh my gods!
Oh goodness! What an
Interesting
costume.
Alright,
No.
then. Beevehr is dressed in lime green trousers with an orange undershirt, over which on top is a deep crimson vest and a green patterned cloak. And on his head, which is ridiculously too small for him, is a wooden crown with painted on gems.
Oh,
I can honestly say I have never seen a prince costumed quite in this fashion.
I have during my travels. I've encountered it. It has been a long time ago, though.
I'm fancy.
Basically, yes, I do see that.
Yes, very fancy indeed.
Yes.
I'm a prince, you see.
I
Yes,
pretty
yes.
much have to roll a deception check to have myself not kill over from laughter.
I would say Constitution. We'll
You
take
want to
I was
that.
gonna go with wisdom save myself.
All right. Yeah, that's terrible.
I would say anyone who's trying not to hang themselves laughing right now, roll Constitution.
Okay. Then I'll roll a constitution.
Oh God!
Nice little
Tony kills over
I can pretty much hold myself together.
I'm sorry, Beevehr. It's not you. I'm having a flashback to something else that's incredibly funny.
hang
Oh
on,
no,
hang
how
on.
that goes.
Oh shite! She's noticed.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
Real
I'm-
quick.
I'm just laughing at the melting pile of kobolds over there. That's the funny thing.
Roll me a deception real quick, Tony.
Okay. The deceptions on this character are not very good. Yeah. God.
Oh fuck, she rolled a 4. Come on, dude. Alright. She storms over to you.
My apologies, lady. My apologies, my lady. It's just after seeing what just happened, I needed something to take the edge off. Please, I beg you, take no offense.
She is just growling at you. She's baring her teeth and just
Please.
leering over you.
Please, my lady, I beg your forgiveness.
She just snorts in your face, and you get the arid stench of acid still on her breath just wash over you.
Darius.
I can honestly say, truthfully, I look forward to the performance. I'm sure that it will be something to behold.
And at this point, Beevehr kind of saunters over and tries to pat her on the back reassuringly.
She reels at your touch and turns around and swats your hand away. You have no
Sorry.
idea what this means.
I do have a vague understanding. It seems as if this play, as if your life kind of depends on it. You put your heart and soul into it, after all.
You know nothing of what I've sacrificed for this play. They laughed at me. They laughed at me at the Bard's College. No, I will
That's
make
not
this
nice.
work. I will make this work.
Please.
We will make this work.
Yes, my lady, please. Let us help you.
Yes. You'll help me. You will help me.
Yes, of
I know what
course.
to do.
Yes, of course.
I know what to do.
I have a feeling that she's. Barben has the strange feeling that something isn't all right with her. I guess I should probably try to figure out what she's going to do.
She points at Beevehr and says, "You quickly get back on the stage. Get back on the stage.
Yes?
We need. Who do we need for the scene? Where's the script? Where's the script? Oh, he.
Fear.
Damn it.
Yes,
It's
he
all right.
had it.
I can remember. We need. Who do we need? We need the maid. Yes, we need the maid. She turns and
Who
looks
shall
at
be
Shava.
the me?
You. You'll do perfectly.
Will I now?
On the stage. On the stage. Quickly.
But shouldn't they rehearse the script before?
That's
Or
what we're going to
are
do.
you?
Take your place. You can roll
Sorry.
me an insight, Shava.
Okay.
This
Ooh, very
bitch
nice.
is unhinged.
It's
Her eyes are wide and frantic. It looks
okay.
like the success of this play is all she cares about. This is her life's work, and she has done terrible, terrible things to make this work. Now, as she's looking at you, you're not jumping to her command as she's used to.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to point at you, and she is going to, if I can read my own handwriting.
Please, there's no need to point and shout. Shava, would you kindly step on stage?
She's going to point at you, and she is going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. Does that got a save to it?
Yeah, I think it does. I just need to. I can't. I legit can't read my own handwriting, so I have to look this up to make sure.
Let me see.
Whole person.
5th edition Hold Person.
Let me see.
Concentration, wisdom save.
Yes. So I would like you to roll me a Wisdom save, and you have to beat. Where's your spellcasting modifier? Yeah, you made it. You beat it.
Okay.
She looks at you. You like roll your shoulders and kind of give her a the fuck look. She
That wasn't
looks at
very
her hand
nice.
Shava,
and
would you
starts freaking out
kindly?
again.
Shava, would you kindly step on stage?
It has to be right. It has to be right.
Shava,
can
please.
help you if it's
We don't
hard.
have. Shava, please.
Sure.
We don't have time to play gender politics now. We can discuss this later.
Shava is a woman. Darius.
Exactly.
Yes, sure. Let's see what happens.
My point still stands.
I love this plan. Let's see how it plays out. It's gone so well so far.
Okay. I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I noticed that the two have gone. I am apparently way too focused right now. Beevehr has noticed something similar.
9.
Barben, have you noticed something that's different?
Well, I see a very angry dragonborn here.
Have you noticed that the remaining kobolds have left?
Oh, I have not.
This is not ideal.
So over the course of her ranting, you've all noticed that the kobolds were terrified and slinked their way out of the room.
Well, less to slaughter.
Okay, so the Dragonborn has
Sure.
scrambled up on stage, and she's now looking between Beevehr and Shava. All right, here's the scene where the treacherous maid tries to kill the prince. We can't have
dear.
that.
No.
So, she...
Great. I have the feeling that someone's going to end up dead. I'm saying this out of character, of course.
All right then.
Darius, Darius, I have the
Yes.
feeling we
She
should
looks at
probably be ready to. Just saying. She is not all there. So
Really? What gave you that idea?
probably the fact that she was rambling mad.
Let's see. No, seriously. What gave you the inclination that she was off her fucking rocker? Was it the point when she was trying to teach kobolds how to act? Or how about the point where we got at least 4 of them killed because we couldn't take responsibility for what just happened?
All right.
I take full responsibility for that.
While you guys are arguing, the Dragonborn is on stage. She dramatically throws her hand across Beevehr and shouts, "I will protect you, my love!" And then from within the confines of her cloak, she pulls out a dagger and thrusts it at Shava. She rolls 17 to hit.
Oh shit!
That is a hit.
She drives the dagger into your stomach. So, let's see, what's the damage on this? It's a shitty little dagger, so it is a 1d4 plus, where is it? Plus 2. So she does 6 damage.
Well, I have uncanny dodge, so she does 3 damage.
Alrighty then. And she is then going to use a bonus action to kick you off the stage. So I am going to roll a strength for her. So could you roll a dex save? Strength is... What is her strength? Oh, she's actually stronger than I thought. Yeah, okay. She tries to shove you, but you're just not moving. You're just kind of glaring daggers at her now. And her mouth is right next to your ear, and she starts hissing in your ear, "You're ruining the scene!" Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain I knew that.
Okay, it's okay. At this point, I officially pull out my light crossbow, point it at her, and I drop
Initiative.
all.
Initiative.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Initiative. Okay.
All right.
We've moved closer during the scene unfolding, especially after we saw her draw the dagger.
I'd like to roll perception because I'm not sure if Beevehr would understand that the stabbing was real.
Sure, we'll get to that in a sec, but just let me get everybody on here.
Yeah.
A turn. So you got... Holy shit, she's top of the turn order.
Damn.
Fuck.
I was hoping that I'd get to go first because I got.
I mean, she basically already got her action. So
technically counted as a surprise round, so this is now the actual order of things.
Double technically, there's no surprise rounds in 5th edition, but that's.
Pretty sure
No, if there's surprise, everybody takes the normal initiative turn, and everybody who's surprised just takes that turn being surprised. All combat actions are supposed to be rolled in initiative under that framework.
Alright then.
I wonder.
I'm not going to be a stickler about that.
Okay, and that is Luther's. So he's 8. So, descending. Okay, so she has let go of her dagger, which is currently poked into Shava's stomach. And she is going to hiss at you again about ruining the scene, and she is again going to try and push you off. So,
Okay.
roll your strength
Good thing.
again.
The dice are in my favor on this one.
17, and what's her strength?
First, 27.
One. So she gets you with an 18, and yeah,
I
okay.
get it.
So she goes to shove you. You daintily step aside, and she falls off the stage. She is now prone.
Cool.
Next up is Darius.
Okay, I will. Okay, quick question: is there a difference between a short sword and a silvered short sword?
Silvered short sword does extra damage to undead.
Okay. I will pull out one. I will draw one of my short swords and just give her, tell her in Draconic that we are done playing Playhouse with a batshit insane director, and this is over, and I attempt to go in for an attack.
All right, roll an attack.
Okay, that's a strength, right? Or
on
dexterity.
your sheet, if you click on the weapon.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, you hit her. So roll your damage. See if you click on the word short sword now under your roll.
Yeah.
That will do your damage for you. You see?
No,
you see,
the word short sword under the roll in the chat window.
use
sorry.
the top one there. So there you are.
Okay, there we
6
go.
piercing
Okay.
damage. All right. So -6. She sneers at you and basically says, "I know it. You were sent by the college. They're always trying to undermine me." Do you want to do
Hey,
anything
you
else?
guys ever been sent by the college?
Yes,
Tony, I believe
it's
you get
called the
multi-attack.
Bardic College.
Oh yeah, because I'm flanking.
No, because your class allows you to multi-attack.
Oh, okay. Well, that too then. Okay. First verse. Next verse, same as the first.
That doesn't hit.
Damn it. Oh well.
Remember, you have spells and such too. But anyway, do you want to move or anything? No.
I will.
Actually,
move.
she's prone. Roll again for your attack. You get advantage.
Okay. What?
He already had. He had with the 18, I believe that's with the advantage, isn't it?
That's actually a fair point. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah. All right then. So you
All
do
right,
hit
so-
with the 18. So you do damage. So,
Oh, okay.
Let's see. You do 6 piercing damage.
And not 8, like you rolled.
Yeah, well, if you want, I can do the 8.
Mm.
That'll be fair. Okay. So she is shrieking about betrayal on the ground. It is Shava's turn. You have a knife in your gut.
I mean, yeah, but only for 3 hit points of damage.
You
so it's not
should probably add it to your inventory.
Thanks. Now I have a knife.
Yeah, and a new bag of holding.
Yeah. No, I think Shava has been cursing in
The
Undercommon.
stomach counts as a bag of holding.
Not exactly, no.
For dwarves it does.
She's
Clearly.
been cursing in Undercommon and then shouts in Common, "That is not a stage knife!" And then goes in for an attack.
No, it looks more
Ooh.
like a steak knife looking up close.
Alright, so here's the thing. You're
Mhm.
currently on a stage which is 5 feet up, and she is lying on the ground.
Well, then I'll just move over here.
Alright, so you jump down.
Yeah.
I would let
And I
you-
have advantage because of rogue features, and I have allies next to her, and she's on the ground.
Wouldn't
She is on the
wouldn't
ground,
that
so yeah, that 20 is your advantage. your modified 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going to reserve my sneak attack damage and just regular attack.
So that's
Right.
And then go in for my 2-weapon fighting dagger attack. 23.
Yep.
Another 8. And get
Oh my
my
god, just die already.
sneak attack damage on this. Which is another 6.
Why do I have...
Please tell me she's dead.
Oh, she's probably not dead.
I will have to tell her that we were trying to help her, but no, she had to use a real knife.
Yeah, this has gone on long enough. Stab, 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 stab.
It's your turn now, and first off, I need you to roll an insight.
For your final scene, we should reenact Julius Caesar.
All right.
16.
First off, you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, this is really good acting. The special effects are amazing. Alright, Shava is actually bleeding. This bitch be crazy. You are aware that this is an attack and not part of the show.
In that case, I will just walk to the edge of the stage.
Oh, she is surrounded.
Yep.
Then I'm going to draw my greatsword. And I'm just going to poke down from the stage directly into her.
Sure, that would reach.
Just poking.
I would say you would get disadvantage because of the range and the height difference, so just roll normally.
Okay.
So 10. You don't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have multiple attacks?
I'm never quite sure if my class does. Let's say yes.
See, yeah, you have 2 attacks at least.
Okay, then I'll try the same thing again.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep,
That's a
gets it.
pokey.
That's a pokey.
So at first I kind of hit her garments. Then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you first hit her wig, or what's left of it now.
My hair!
And now...
Now is she dead?
Yeah, you get multi-attack. 8 damage. No.
God damn it!
Monsters have a lot more hit points than equivalent level player characters. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Barden, you're up.
We were trying to help you,
This woman
But
is having a
you-
full-blown tantrum on the floor right now.
but you have made it. I'm very, very sorry about this. With that, I draw my rapier and defend my party mate.
You have killed my father. Prepare to die.
That's a 19. Even unmodified. With
Yeah.
modification, it's
That
25.
gets
Let's see. 7.
her. 7 damage. Alright.
Yeah, she's going to curse at my character, I know that. And I'm fairly certain someone's going to come, because someone's going to hear her.
As you say that,
Oh, great! I shouldn't have said that!
He walks right past Snuggles.
Snuggles is a terrible guard dog.
pretty much. Snuggles is chill because the last 2 groups of kobolds you've met have been friendly. So he kind of looks in the door. He looks
Bark,
at you.
bark.
He looks at Uther. He just kind of like gives you guys a very nervous thumbs up. And starts to slowly back
That's interesting
out
to see a
the
dog
door.
do a thumbs up.
Alright. Speaking of, it is Uther's turn.
Yeah.
So this kobold is now backing away. Snuggles is going for him. Let's see, where's Snuggles' stats? I had them
He's
here.
one. I'm fairly certain he's one of the guys that left, isn't he?
He is actually. You can see he is currently wearing the the little prince garb.
He's the. No, the prince had already been drowned in acid.
Oh, alright then. He is wearing some sort of nobility garb.
Oh, great.
He is wearing a costume. A poorly
Yeah.
fitting
Okay.
costume.
Yeah. I know. I know how the clothes in my luggage look. My fine clothes. I feel like we all need a change of them.
Let's see. Where is Snuggles' stats? Here they are.
Don't forget, Snuggles has a +2 to defense,
He does.
2 armor. He had his armor class increased.
He did. And I have
Yeah.
it here.
All right.
That's literally the only thing I have here. I have to look up his stats elsewhere.
All right.
No, damn it, that's the human paladin again. It's the orc paladin I want.
Let's see, the half-orc paladin.
And there we are. There's
5.
Snuggles' stats.
Yeah,
Alright, he is going to roll to bite.
exactly.
So that is that. He meets it, he beats it. He pounces on this little kobold and he bites. And he does 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah. Plus,
So
the
that's-
kobold is knocked prone if he doesn't do the save.
That's it. I'm getting to that. So he doesn't kill him, but he has to do a strength save. And kobolds are not exactly that strong.
Yeah. He has to roll an 11 in what is it? Strength.
Yep. He has a +1 to strength. So,
Woo.
oh, he fails. This kobold is
Yeah.
prone with a dog on him.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Luther still gets to attack.
So Luther is now going to stab at this kobold. Sure. I keep losing his sheet.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. He was trying to back away, wasn't he? Why are they attacking him?
It's not my turn, so I can't decide. Probably because he's a fucking paladin. He's chaotic good.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, he demolishes this poor kobold.
Great.
So kobold... Snuggles has it by the arm and has it on the ground, and Luther just steps up and brings his maul down with all his strength on the kobold's skull. The kobold's skull is smooshed. He is dead. He is very dead.
Who is dead? The kobold or Snuggles?
Yeah, I just
Because you
realised I
marked
have to remember.
Snuggles.
Snuggles is fine.
Snuggles is fine. Remove the cross.
Snuggles lives!
Snuggles lives. Alright. It's
So-
with his turn. It is now our little dragonborn's turn.
She's probably going to curse us out.
Okay.
In the middle of bleeding
First.
profusely. So,
She is going to use her movement to stand up.
Yep.
And she's going to use... Let me see, actually. What does she have? It's half your movement to stand up, or is it your full movement?
I
Half.
believe... Oh, great. She's going to run.
And she's going to move to here.
of course she is.
She moved out of my area, so I get an
Exactly.
attack of
Beaver,
opportunity.
I'd say you wouldn't reach her because you're on the stage, but Barben gets an attack.
Now that she's standing, I miss, yeah.
Yeah. Alright then. So, she is now looking at all of you. She looks absolutely insane. And she is going to use colored spray.
What is that? I don't.
Other people call...
Is she the Great Muta now?
Color spray. Again, I can't read my own handwriting. I need to do this properly.
You guys, we found Banksy!
Color spray. Casting time 1 action. Range self. So she has powder ascend in red, yellow, and blue. She has to roll a 6d10.
Mm-hmm.
The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from her are affected in ascending order of their current hit point,
So that's
ignoring
level
unconscious
4.
creatures and creatures that are blind, that can't see. Yeah, or that. Starting with a creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until it ends. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. A creature's hit points must be equal or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected.
Mm-hmm. And she is going to cast this at 3rd level.
Oh fuck! She rolled additional 2d10.
So okay,
So
I
she
got
don't-
totally lost. What does that mean?
So she's
makes
gonna
it-
roll.
On you
she
and
makes
see
us
if you go
blind.
She's gonna roll some
lovely.
dice, and depending on how well she rolls, she can blind a number.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Luther's most likely outside of her area, seeing that she's pretty much focused on us.
Yeah,
She's a
Luther.
Lightbringer.
However, everyone here is going to be affected by it. So, first
Yeah.
off, the base is that much. And then
19.
for the additional levels is going to be...
That's 4 d10s. Because for each... Yeah.
So that is 35.
35.
So,
I
Darius,
exceed that.
Yes.
how many hit points do you have? 37.
37. Yeah.
You're now blind.
Yeah, you're blind as
But-
fuck.
It starts with the lowest one and consumes the
Oh, yeah,
the
you're
dice.
So who
Oh.
has the
So-
lowest?
I have
The
23,
lowest-
which I'm betting is the lowest.
Yeah, that's you. You are blind.
So that leaves her with 12 points left. So she probably doesn't blind anybody else.
Yep. Okay. She is then going to burn a sorcery point for a second spell.
Oh Jesus.
And she is going to use...
I think Shavas cries out, "Oh God, bright colors, my greatest weakness."
I can't see, I can't see.
And she's going to use Thunderclap.
Okie dokie.
To be honest, I really shouldn't be saying the name of these spells. I should really just be giving you a quick description of what she's doing and then the effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody in front of her,
Which
needs-
would be Darius half to the side.
yeah, Darius
pretty
is
much
off to
me.
the side.
Pretty-
Actually, let me see. What's this? Every creature in range. Oh, self-rated. Okay, so that only this currently affects Shava and Darius. I need you to roll me a Constitution save. Okay. Tony survives. EatThePath does not. Okay. So, let me just get this. And use that. So, EatThePath, you take 5 damage. Tony, you take 2. And you both get knocked away 5 feet.
so
Darius,
Tony
you're against
get
the stage. Actually, no, you don't get knocked back because you survived the Constitution save. So you're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Otherwise, you would take additional bludgeoning damage. You hit the wall.
Oh, can't have that now.
Nope. Alright. So now that's done, she is going to brandish.
How
brandish
many
her sword.
attacks does she get?
That's it. She's done.
Oh,
She's just
okay.
now-
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She's just now
She can pull out her
snarling
sword and that's
waving-
it.
Okay.
She's just now snarling and waving her weapon at you.
Okay.
So Darius,
Can
you
I-
go.
Can I use both my swords at one time to? Can I use my 2 attacks at one time and use both my short swords.
You would still have to do it one at a time.
Yeah, but I'm saying like.
Yeah, dual wield. Yeah, you can.
You can go akimbo if you want to.
Okay.
That's
Just
what counts for your
two.
multi-attack anyway. That one misses. As does that one.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, do you want to do anything else?
Yeah. To move here out of the way.
She's
No.
going to swipe at
Attack
you.
of opportunity.
No, stay where you were. No, damn it.
Oh.
You can't
Fuck.
see anything.
No,
Oh.
I didn't get blinded. That was
He didn't get blinded. He's fine.
No, but Shava got blinded, so Shava
Yeah.
can't see that.
That's true. Out of character, I would really wish that you stay where you are, but do what
Yeah,
you want.
that's a very, very stupid thing to move
Well,
outside
I
of
mean,
the reach.
I mean, I'm. This is like my second game, so I don't know like what
Yeah.
is what. So
I'm just glad that I know attack of opportunity. Still,
Yeah.
Okay, so no matter where I move, she would get opportunity.
No,
If
if
you
you
move
move beyond this, basically beyond. Hang on. If you move outside of this area,
Mhm.
you're screwed because she gets to attack you because you try to run away and she can reach you.
Okay, we'll screw it then. I'll just stay right there then.
Alright. If that's your turn, moving on to
Yeah.
Shava.
Shava, who is
Okay.
blinded and therefore should probably have a marker.
Oh yeah, that's
Probably should.
a fair point.
So-
Just so that we don't forget.
Now,
I know I'm an arsehole in this regard.
I was remembering that I'm blind. So mechanically, the effect of blindness is that I get disadvantage on my attack roll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I fail ability checks that require seeing. So I'm gonna stagger towards where I remember her being. And since I also have advantage because Darius is still next to her, those two cancel out and I get regular attack rolls.
Hang on, is it a murder sandwich? It is not a murder sandwich.
I get attack roll or advantage if I have any allies because of a feature that are right
Oh,
next to the same
Any
target.
allies? Right, okay, I thought you were going basic one. That's fine.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. It is. Yeah. So I'm going to roll. Boop. 21 should hit.
That hits her.
For 9 damage. And as before, I am reserving my sneak attack damage. Second attack.
Alright, as you rear back your arm for your second attack, you realize it's not necessary because she has fallen to the ground and is no longer moving.
I don't realize that because I can't fucking see her.
Alright then, you hear a flop and you flail blindly into the air and don't hit with anything. You assume she's moved away.
She's already dead, Shava. She's already dead.
Shava, I think you got her.
Oh. Okay,
I think she got the point.
my vision's coming back. Okay.
Boo.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We should probably clear up after us. Just so the chef, who might one day stumble in here, doesn't discover what a mess we made.
Well, should we?
There are trunks in the other room.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Before that, though, should we? I don't want to say grave rob, but surely she must have something of value on her.
You said something about having seen something on her.
Yes.
I had the feeling there was something. We should probably look into that.
Okay. Do I roll a perception check?
Yeah. Roll me a perception check to loot her.
That's 21.
You see
Well,
all the shit.
Yes.
Alright. First off, you rummage through her pockets. You find a total of 160 gold pieces.
Ooh.
I need you
Okay.
to roll me a percentile dice. So roll me a D100.
A D100? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to learn something.
35.
35. Okay, you find 3 bottles in her pocket, one of which unfortunately appears to have been broken on her fall. The other ones you can identify as 2 potions of healing, which do 2d4 plus 2 healing. Now,
Okay, wait. I need to type all this in. Okay. Okay, so what now?
160 gold and 2 potions of healing.
Yep, and
Right.
they do 2d4 plus 2.
D4 potions of healing.
Here, give me one of those potions.
You rummage through her cloak,
Okay.
and you find many sheafs of paper, which appear to be the rest of her script. You give them a cursory glance over. They are fucking terrible. And lastly,
Okay, so
you come back to the metal bar you spotted on her neck earlier on. It appears to be a bar. It is about 2.5 feet long. On one side, it has a number of prongs, which are carved into weird shapes. And then on the opposite side, it appears to have intricate carvings in the shape of flowers and vines.
okay, what is that exactly? A what?
A metal
Sorry.
bar.
Metal bar. Okay.
An
It
intricately
looks almost like it's something you would find with a bard. So I should probably take a look at it, because I have a strange feeling that this is a bardic implement.
Be my guest.
So Barben has a good look at it, and I think it should probably be
Say, roll me an investigation.
an investigation. I would have said history, but okay. Let's see. No, I got no fucking clue what this is. Looks pretty on one side, though, but rather
can-
pokey on the other.
With a cursory glance, it's you can tell that as you first thought, it is not actually an instrument. It is a solid metal bar.
I think I was that far already.
Can I attempt an investigation check to try to help out
Sure.
and to identify it? Okay.
Maybe you
Come
heard
on.
of this. Not much more.
I am slightly less stupid than you.
You have
Look,
absolutely
I slept.
no idea what this could be.
As I said, I thought it could be a historic thing. So
Well, the next town we go into, we shall have someone look at it. In the meantime,
Well,
give me it.
I'll finish off this healing potion, and then look it over myself. That's a crap healing potion.
well, someone's been smarty. He's playing smarty pants here.
All right. So you have a little look at the bar, and you can, as you look further down it, you see that halfway down the carvings stop. They just simply stop. And from that point on, the metal appears to be worn in certain places, as if this has been repeatedly slotted into something. There's also some wear on the metal prongs at the end. You feel
Okay,
this is part of
Could
something
this
bigger.
be a key?
I bet I get a metal key. Or a magic
Quick
key.
thing. You said that I found 160 gold pieces.
Yes.
160 gold, 2 potions of healing. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to divide that equally amongst all of us. So each person, each of us would get 40 gold pieces.
Oh,
All right.
very gracious of you.
Well, I am. It's like, you know,
I am a
very. I
benevolent
like to.
god.
I am in your debt, sir. I'm in your debt.
You know, we're a team and whatnot, so it's only fair.
How much was it? Sorry.
We each get 40 gold pieces.
I will take that as fair compensation for getting stabbed in the gut
Because
for your
I would
crazy
feel
plan.
I would not feel right to take it all from myself.
Look,
After-
Shava, I had no idea it would turn out this way.
I had a pretty good idea it might turn out this way.
Well, I thought
I fucking didn't.
maybe things would go smoothly, and if she hadn't gone rambling mad, we could have had a situation where she leaves us without us having to do any dirty work.
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Can I learn another language?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Okay, I was just
We're not at the library, Darius.
I
It
know.
does
I was
actually
just saying.
take a
I was
long
just.
time.
I was just trying to find out if further along down the road I could, knowing 4 languages is so passe. Knowing 5, that's where
It would take
that's
you
where the real
several months in game to actively learn another language.
But still, I mean, I'd like the opportunity to. Is what I'm saying. Just saying.
You're never gonna
Well-
make these characters again.
When we're in the next town over, maybe we can sign you up for a correspondence course or something.
Has the internet been invented yet?
No, but messenger pigeons have.
If y'all excuse me for 1 second, I'll be right back.
There's
Okay.
also the fantastic new thing called Scribe.
Oh yeah, forgot
Also,
that.
I'd like to note that Beevehr keeps the wooden crown.
Okay.
You're the king of the bees now.
Oh, the wooden crown. Okay.
Do you want me to help you with those garbs, my friend Beevehr?
Yeah, but be careful, they're kind of nice.
Oh, I do have some fine clothes in. Sorry, Shav, I didn't mean to click on you.
How dare you? So rude.
I do have a set of. I have a change of clothes somewhere here.
Oh, he's still wearing his armor onto this stuff.
So if you wish to change into something a bit more, or a bit less eye-watering.
This stuff was just pulled over the top of his armor. In fact,
Yeah.
in one space you can actually see the there's a hole in the trousers where his his little armor is poking out.
Well, I do think the clothing, while you may think it suits you, is not very useful in what might come to us, my friend. So maybe you should change out of it. Pack it up and we'll make sure that it will be safe.
I'm gonna put the crown in my pocket though. I kind of like it.
No
Who
one's
knows
making
what
you
you
take
need
the
to
crown
crown?
off.
You can keep wearing the crown if you like. I'm just saying I'm just saying that maybe you should change the outer garments of yours.
Yeah, I'm already doing it. And Beevehr tries to take it off very, very carefully, and of course rips up all of the clothes by accident. Oh dear! Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm certain these old clothes weren't too much of a loss.
They're so fancy though.
Oh, I do have some fancy clothes. Maybe one day after when this is over, I can take you and hand you some of mine, or maybe go with you to a shop where we can have you outfitted in a very fancy dress.
Oh, thank you. You're so nice. And I kind of hug him slightly too hard.
You hear bones crack.
Yeah, I probably should do a dex save. Well,
You managed to
I make
slip
it.
out of the barbarian's overly enthusiastic hug, seeing as he's trying to reach down from a 5-foot stage and grab you. Anyway, Shava appears to have slinked through a hatch behind the stage.
Yeah, I'd like to ransack this room for anything worth taking.
Alright, what are you checking first then?
Probably the chests, which, since their chests look like they probably have stuff in them, but are actually likely filled with worthless, terrible costumes.
Roll me a perception and we'll search through all the chests. 12. Alright, none of the chests are locked. You rummage through them. Most of them have basically costume clothes from pauper to noble. A few crappy wooden painted armor. You find a few prop weapons and some prop jewelry. You jump on it excitedly, but you just realize it's just painted. It's not worth anything.
It's a fake!
There's a few small rings with coloured glass in them, but nothing that's really worth much to anyone outside of an acting troupe.
Oh, Shava, you're looking at the props and costumes, I see.
Apparently.
Well, some of them are nice works of art, but they're not of much value, unfortunately.
You're figuring that out, yeah.
Yeah.
A
Well,
good addition to disguise kit. At least
I've already
Yes.
got a disguise kit, though.
I still got mine, and it's still brand new and sealed. I still haven't unsealed it, so
Alright.
if you wish to disguise yourself, all you have to do is ask.
Is there
I
anything
didn't
else you'd
You
like
this
to
guy's
do?
good smell.
I step over to the dressers and check in them, or we check in them, probably. Investigation, probably, or...
Nat 20. You have a quick scurry over all the desks and you turn them out. In the box in the center, you actually find some genuine pieces of jewelry. You're about to throw them aside thinking that they're just more props, but these are made of silver and do have some nice sapphires in them. On the other table, so you have two gold and sapphire bangles, bracelets. They're probably worth a good bit of gold. On the other tables, you come across some rather expensive-looking makeup and several bottles of unopened perfume.
I take the perfume and the makeup, and the small trinkets, leaving the larger pieces for Shava.
You also notice
you
that
can-
the
you
box
can-
that
you
you
can-
pulled them out of is a really decorative box. It's very
I take the box as well.
Alright.
Nicola.
Yes, darling.
I'm sorry. I have to leave because I have to wait for Crunch and Noble to get ready for our Fortnite stream in a little bit. I gotta wait for them.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the end of an act, so it's a very short act, but it's an act.
To be truly honest, I was not expecting you to spend this long in the room. The other group...
The
What
other
can I
group rush-
what
rushes
can
through,
I
clean them out.
what can I say? I got stamina.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Well, I could. I just didn't want to.
You're not sorry at all.
No,
would
I
you
am
like to
never
keep
sorry.
going until Crunch and Noble show up, or do you want to call it there?
I myself am gonna call it here, but I'm gonna keep hosting y'all's campaign on my Twitch until my stream starts up. So it's just waiting on Noble to pop in.
Yeah, it's
So.
just essentially that if you leave, we're 2 players down, there's no point in continuing the session.
I'm
Unless
sorry.
these guys just want to search these 2 rooms.
Well, yeah, we can carry on with the ransacking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could
Yeah.
just sit, I could just stay. I could just stand here and just keep staring at the dead body.
Well,
Right.
there's not much for me to look after. I mean, I've taken 1 box of jewelry and a bunch of makeup.
Alright. So aside from that, there's not much else in this room.
Shava, you got the 2 bracelets.
Oh,
You can take those.
all right. So that's 2 bracelets. What was the description of those?
Silver with sapphire studs.
And I got basically a box of fancy jewelry.
Okay.
Fancy high class jewelry. I've written that on the equipment sheet, so that's in my inventory now.
Fair
All right.
enough.
So if you guys will excuse me, I will make my gracious exit, and I will see you guys next week.
I'm
Alright.
fairly certain
See you
we're
then.
pretty much done anyway.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Traitor.
Okay.
Well, anyone check the large baskets over here?
No, but Arthur is going to have a look at those.
All right.
What's his perception? What is his perception? He
What is
rolls
perception anyway?
15.
15.
He rummages through these boxes and just finds it's all prop weaponry. And a small wooden horse.
Well, maybe maybe Luther would be interested in a small wooden horse, seeing as he's a paladin. As you are a paladin, wouldn't a small wooden horse be a fitting tribute to you?
He gives you a glare and just...
I was merely joking, my friend.
Those are
No
useless
need-
without coconuts.
No need for hostilities.
He slowly slides it into his pocket with a sleight of hand of 15.
This is going to be so much fun. Why do I have a wooden horse in my possession?
Hey,
took
hey,
it.
when I played this with my other group, our rogue had to duck out for a session, so someone else played him. He came back to an inventory of 15 spoons.
Oh, so he's taken. Well, we had the entire silverware already cleaned out. Speaking out of character, Shava took it.
No, I took the most valuable stuff and told everybody else to split the rest.
Yeah,
without telling them that there was-
Luther took a few things, I believe, even.
Mm-hmm.
Snuggles takes a small wooden sword and uses it to chew on.
Oh, we got a chew toy.
He wags his tail happily.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
He is a very happy boy.
Um,
Alright, what do you do?
I would suggest, as I said, I would suggest that we move the bodies from the auditorium over to the prop room and the dressing room.
Alright.
So
Beevehr is going to try to move the Dragonborn on its own.
Roll me a strength.
Strength.
a regular strength, not a strength save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm still looking.
Strength to the left where the modifiers are, and
yeah,
your
keep
abilities.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
So, you manage to drag her corpse to the edge of the stage, but you just can't quite get her up onto the stage.
You need a bit of help, my friend.
To help.
She's surprisingly slippery.
Yeah, that's what all women sometimes. That's what some women.
Skills.
That's what some women have been. And trust me, I've had my experience with women.
Alright, Uther doesn't roll very well.
I try to lift her up as well. Oh, great! She almost falls onto me.
Alright, do you want to add to this, Beevehr?
Gotta try again.
Alright.
Well,
Beevehr manages to hoist her up and throw her
Excellent
onto the
height.
stage.
Sorry about that.
With no issues. Luther's gonna try again and drag her into the room.
yeah.
He gets it. So he manages to pull her into the stage. And I've hijacked the bard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see that. But I would have
Yeah,
helped
hard as well.
anyway.
So Luther
Darius?
has dragged her into the room. It's like, now what? In the meantime, Darius, if I get his sheet, he is going to try and lift this kobold. If he can't lift this kobold, then something is very wrong.
Put her in one of the crates.
He
Put her.
he tries to lift this kobold and he just can't get it.
Maybe he's tried to lift by the tail and it comes off.
He tried to lift it and it's covered in dog slobber.
I would suggest we put her in one of the crates, in one of the boxes. Just so no one stumbles across her.
Does
I
she
know.
fit?
we empty out one of these crates, or maybe one of these, and put her there, and then put all the stuff back on.
Beevehr, as soon as you ask the question, I want you to roll me a perception.
Hmm.
She'll totally fit in the chest.
Who? For whom? Oh, Beevehr.
Huh?
What's my perception of it? Would she fit?
You
Won't
rolled
she
as well.
fit?
Sorry, I didn't see you roll.
Not a problem.
You know that you will not get her to fit in these boxes, but you look at these chests and you realize it might be a bit tight, but you could probably do it.
I would suggest we put her in one of the crates, not in one of the barrels up there by the door. Someone might knock one of them over, and then everything falls out. We might be able to put the kobold there, though.
Okay.
And with that, I try to lift her up. And no, I first need to clear out the box.
Okay, that was for Darius. Darius is able to pick up the kobold. That's the wrong screen. And he brings
You've rolled for Luther.
Yeah, I know. It was just easier.
Yeah.
Let's just come there, mate.
That was ruled on Darius' sheep because I have it send message as Luther. It popped up as that.
Yeah.
So Darius just kind of pops in and says, "What am I doing with this?"
Just plop him in one of the barrels up there. Probably the one in the corner.
Alright, so he brings the kobold in and just kind of plops it in the barrel and covers it with a sheet.
Yeah, that should be good enough. I clear out one of the boxes, one of the chests. Do you need me to roll anything, or just to find
roll me
out?
a strength to close the box.
Strength to close the box. That's a natural 20.
Alright. As you try to close the box, it just won't quite do it. So you jump and sit hard on the crate, and you hear an almighty snap as you realize you've broken this poor woman in half and closed her in this chest.
Nobody open this chest. Ever. And I try to catch myself trying to avoid vomiting.
Roll a constitution.
Because at the mental image. Oh, right, I'm chucking. Shit.
Remembering the sickening snap, you actually retch and throw up in the corner.
Are you okay? Do you have an upset stomach?
Yeah, probably. Next rest, I probably need some of your honey. I hope it does make bad memories go away.
Okay. What flavor do you like?
I like honey-flavored honey.
Oh, basic. Okay. That's gonna be in the meadow flowers. Yeah.
I prefer the wood flowers, actually.
Okay. Here.
The wood.
I'm handing him a sample.
Just force feeding him honey.
Thank you.
Alright.
Pardon?
So,
Try it on toast.
I think we should take an extended rest now. Over here.
do you
Just
really
so.
need one?
No, but it would make good cut points for the next session. And everyone would be back to full.
I mean,
If we
yeah,
want to.
but we're also holed up here for 8 hours. God knows.
Right, yeah.
like, if
So,
there's-
yeah, right. So, what do we do?
I would say we should check in order this room and see if what's in there, and if there is a big fight or something interesting to deal with, that we should probably stop there.
All right.
Yep.
But if it's
All
just
yeah, or the chest at the end of the hallway.
oh yeah, that'd be a good thing to check. First, I would like to check it for traps.
Okay.
I'm just behind you.
Roll me an investigation.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
That's
A
10.
You look on either side of the box and you run your fingers along the seams. There doesn't appear to be anything that would trigger from the outside when you open this box.
Okay. Is it locked?
No, but it is held down with a catch.
Well, I'll open it.
Don't. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Okay, would you like to open it?
No, I would like to take a look myself. Maybe I catch something that you have missed. It
If you
happens. I know you're qualified. So it's an investigation, or what was it? Investigation,
Yeah.
yeah.
An investigation. 15. All right. You get a closer look at the box. You kind of kneel down on the side, and you see that this box is actually pretty deceptive. There is an additional inner lining to this box, and there appears to be a spring.
Look, if you want to open this box, you're good. If we open this box just without any care, we're probably in a world of pain. I explained what I've discovered, and
Well, I have some tools to help disable that kind of thing.
well, in that case, be my guest. I take a step back and let Shava do her magic.
I believe this is a sleight of hand to disable trap,
Yes.
or a
And
thieves.
proficiency with thieves' tools. So, sleight of hand with your proficiency, so that'll be already in your thing. Alright,
Okay.
you get your thieves' tools out and you start rummaging around. You realize that the spring that was pointed out to you as part of the mechanism of the box opening itself, you feel like it should be here, but on the safe side, you snip the spring. You hear it twang inside the box and you hear a dull thud.
I believe I hear the thud as well.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty distinctive.
Well, let's open it up and see what's inside now.
Alright. You open it up and you see a small doll on a broken spring. This was a jack-in-the-box.
That's...
You broke it.
Well,
Okay. I step in and I use my cantrip mending. Fixing it. Just so that we can maybe use it if we run into someone. We can still confuse them.
Alright.
So I use mending. And I just opened the description so that the stream can see what it is. I'm not restoring magic, but I'm restoring the spring.
Roll it.
that's not a roll. It just
That's
happens.
not a roll.
Oh,
That's a cantrip.
Oh, fair
It takes you a
enough.
minute.
To do a roll for it. Okay then.
I use my focus for it, so I don't need the
Alright.
material.
You prop the doll up so that the spring forms back together, and as it does, you let it go, and the little doll just kind of bobs happily on its spring as it leans out of the box. You realize that the spring was connected to a small a small box that would have played two musical tones that would have sounded like ha ha.
Well,
So-
it seems we found a children's toy.
What silly things you surface folk amuse yourself with?
Oh, as if you have. No, wait, you don't. Your folk doesn't know what amusement is, aside from slaughtering one another. Who was it? Drizzt? Who got killed? Or was it one of your
I'm
men?
sure whatever you've heard is a pale shadow of the true culture.
Well,
But that's for another time.
I sure hope to learn.
It would be interesting to have you learn.
Well, but there's always the danger with some of your kind.
Yeah, most of us are pretty dangerous. I'll give you that.
Yes. So, what did you say was behind this door, my Drow colleague?
Nothing evident.
Nothing
room.
evident.
So, let's see what's behind this door.
Let's see what's behind door number 4.
Going to be
A
subtle
brand
and try
new
to
car!
open the door, or are you just going to Kool-Aid man it?
I mean, I would rather open it quietly and peek in first before just oh-yeah-ing through.
Yeah, I would suggest so.
Roll it.
Would this be a stealth?
Yep. Roll me a stealth. We'll see how it pops out.
Literally my best possible stat to roll.
Not
Literally.
And you're rolling at 1.
All right. You slowly open the door, but as you open the door, it just goes.
Hey, Beevehr,
It's
does the honey work? Does the honey work as oil as well?
It's already open. It screeched really loud.
No, I'm asking it as I hear the screech. Because realizing that, no, this was about as inconspicuous as an elephant in a china room. By which I mean a room full of china, not a room in China.
Strictly speaking, 5th edition doesn't have critical failures or successes on skill checks, so my worst possible stealth roll is actually still above average.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
No, I know. I'm not-
rules, critical success and critical
I'm not-
fails are a thing.
I'm not saying that I'm pushing for that. I'm just saying,
It's
still numerically, my worst possible is above average, which is
True.
amusing.
That is
True.
true. However, homebrew rules critical fails exist, so
Yes.
Yeah.
because it's
I got you.
funnier.
That's why I ask Beevehr if it has properties that could be used for this purpose of oiling.
I don't think
And-
you can use honey as a loose.
I know it.
many times,
I know
but
it.
it's still
It was more
development.
meant as a joke.
Yes, but I'm a barbarian. I don't understand jokes.
Yeah, I know. I know it.
We're still working on it, but so far it does like the opposite.
Okay. Okay, my friend. So it makes things sticky. Always
that's-
good
that's
to
a-
always
that's a
good to
funny,
keep
yes.
things in mind. Let's see what's in this room.
All right.
I follow Shava and step over here.
Okay. You look around the room. You see numerous sheets of paper spread upon this table. Over
Okay.
here appears to be a flimsily locked cabinet. This cabinet appears to have been requisitioned and is full of clothes. And this sofa appears to have been extended out and has several blankets and squishy pillows on it. So it was made into a bed.
Oh, I have the feeling I've found the private room of the dead Dragonborn. It's just consider it a gut feeling, looking at how the room is decorated. Because I'm fairly certain the throw pillows over here are pretty garish.
No, you think? Says Luther as he comes in and starts wandering around.
I
Snuggles
was
immediately jumps on the bed with his wooden sword chew toy. And
Well,
just
let-
start gnawing on it.
I take a peek at the paper on the table.
Alright. A lot of it is written in draconic characters. Need a hand.
Darren, I can't draw it. Darius, maybe you can help me decipher some of what I can see on these papers.
Alright. Let me get his sheet. That's not his sheet.
Oh, shit.
He looks at it and he's like, I understand some of these words, but the way they're strung out makes no sense whatsoever.
You think
He reads out a sentence and you recognize it immediately as a similar sounding sentence to the nonsensical script and song you were shown in the other room. These appear to be the rough drafts of the script.
So I was right in my assertion. We found the boudoir of the artiste. With those words, I move over to this cabinet and I check the locked cabinet. What I can see.
All right.
Investigation, right?
Yeah.
Or just a regular perception?
I would roll investigation.
All right. Because I'm looking at the lock and stuff. Yeah, 6.
6.
I'm
All right,
terrible
then.
at this stuff.
The locked cabinet at the top has glass panes, so you give it a small wipe to clear away the dust, and you can see inside. There's a number of delicate crystal decanters which have a warm-looking amber liquid in them. You can't see inside the cabinets down below, but you rattle the door, and again, they have a small flimsy lock on them.
So decanters with a amber liquid in it.
Yep.
Could be mead.
Is it amber like whiskey or amber like honey?
He didn't roll a good enough perception.
I can't see because it's a little bit too
It's a
dark
little bit
in
too
there.
dark with the cabinet being closed.
Let me take a look at that myself.
Oh, you and your perfect dark vision. Go ahead, take a look.
18.
18. You glance in through the little window and you can see it is some form of alcohol. It looks to be a spirit. It could be a mead. There's no way you could really tell without smelling it.
Well, let's get it out and take a smell. See what it is.
All right.
So,
do about the little
do you
lock?
want me to open it, or do you want to open it?
Well, let me see if I can unlock it.
Well, I know you can unlock it. You got the tools. Yeah, you probably unlock it. Yeah.
All right.
I hope so.
You poke your tension wrench into the lock, and even before you get the pick in, it pops open. It was that flimsy of a lock.
So even I could have opened it. Thank you very
You could
much.
have opened this with a sneeze.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you that was that easy.
Are you gonna play it up?
No. But I'm not going to say, oh, that was practically no lock.
That looked very easy, my friend. You
Well-
certain that thing was any work?
The skilled make it look easy.
Really?
Deception and insight if you want to continue this.
You're a very suspicious man.
Well, sometimes you have to be suspicious.
Fuck.
He sees right through you. He was watching you. He saw it pop open before you even got the pick in there.
I see. It was that difficult. All right.
Alright, what do we got in here?
Alright, you have a little look at the crystal decanters and you pop one open and you give it a sniff. This is a fairly strong whiskey.
Okie dokie.
There is 3 decanters in total All of them appear to be delicate crystal, so you doubt lugging them around in your bag would do them any favours.
We should probably pour the liquid into wineskins or water skins.
If you please.
You want me to fill it?
It's your idea. Go right ahead.
But I'm just saying, maybe we can trade it off. Or maybe we can just have a very, very good party with the fellows over in the kitchen.
Or we could leave it here and swing back by when the whole place is cleared out and pick it up.
Yeah, all that. But it could break in the meantime, I'm just saying.
True.
And then the spirits that we could sell. And I know you like money.
Who doesn't?
We all do. That's why I was saying what I was going to go at. We all like money, so we could probably find someone to sell it to, even if it is unmarked. But we'll do as you wish, because you've been the one who had the fine skills to open this.
Okay.
I'm leaving this to you.
I'm going to go with plan, leave it here and come back. And I'll just put the lock back on so it looks like it's locked.
All right. I check the wardrobes, or the now wardrobes. Look if there's anything that could be useful.
Alright. You see everything. You rummage through this, you see this. There's a few nice dresses, there's a few costume dresses. There is an absolute rack of wigs. I was going to say ribs, but no. of wigs, all similar to the one that the Crazy Dragonborn was wearing. Some with long styles, some with short, some blonde, some redhead. But every single one of them has two tears in the exact same place. You assume for her horns. You push past the clothes and you see a small satchel at the bottom of the cupboard. You pull it out, and I'll say with that investigation you could rummage through this bag as well. You rummage through the bag, you find a number of letters. Most of them are letters of rejection from publishing houses for her story. One is so as far as calling it a nonsensical slop.
Hey, I know that fellow.
Yes, he was one of your professors in the Bard College. He liked nothing. He was never impressed. But you also find a scroll with a different type of handwriting on it. This is very different from the others. This will require its own investigation.
Let's see if I can understand what's on this. Nah.
This is a magical scroll.
Oh.
There are some etchings and runes scribbled on the outside of the scroll. Roll me a Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana. An Arcana skill check.
Yeah.
Alright. Just checking.
13.
That's a 13.
This is a scroll of animate object.
Ooh. Very useful.
Mm-hmm.
I hold on to this. I have the feeling that this might be useful sooner or later.
Okay then. So,
anything else?
other than a few fan letters to an actor called Theonides, nothing.
Theonides.
Yep.
Well, wasn't he a colleague of mine? I'm fairly certain we met.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay, that's going to be 8.
Intelligence. Theonides,
yeah.
You remember him. He was in the year above you. He was a stuck-up prick, but he was really good at acting.
Pah! He's nothing but a windbag.
He is, however, very famous. So he's a dick, but he's successful.
Yeah, but now we know my hated rival. What was his name again?
Theonides.
Leonidas, like the Greek guy.
Yep.
Okay.
It's totally a stage name. When you knew him, you knew him as Glenn.
Oh, yes. As I said, total windbag. But apparently very, very loved by the ladies. I don't know why.
He is a ridiculously handsome human.
Yes, but the problem is he wouldn't know one end of a charm from the other.
Hey, he's an actor. So,
Yeah,
is there
he
anything
can
else
only
you'd like
look
to do?
pretty.
Also, Beevehr, what are you doing in that bed?
I'm playing with the puppy.
Oh, okay then. So, Beevehr and the
In
puppy have
bed?
been playing tug of war with a wooden sword on the bed.
Come on, fellows.
Good boy.
I know we all like to play, but maybe we should check the last door.
Alright, go for it.
All right. Would you like me to sneak on through again?
Snuggles
Yeah.
whines and reluctantly hops off the bed.
There's enough time to play later on.
Oh, he still has the wooden sword. Stealth. You open up this door, and unlike its companion across the hall, it opens completely silently. You open up into this. See a room with grand marble floors and a marble staircase winding up. There is a beautiful fabric wallpaper spanning the walls, and much of the ceiling is plaster filigree. So this room was made for looks. There are voids on the wall where you can see there used to be portraits, and there are several scrapes on the floor, heavy scrapes, and there is a pile of rubble in the corner.
Shava, do you mind if I
Go right
take a look
ahead.
at the rubble? That's an investigation.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find out what caused the rubble. Apparently, I have no idea.
Actually, this is fairly easy. This is a statue. It looks like it was on a plinth, but it had been knocked over at one point. It looks like someone attempted to move it and just knocked it over and it smashed on the ground. It looks like it was a bust, but you can't get a good enough look to see who it may have been.
So now the bust looks like this bust is bust.
I was waiting for that.
I was waiting to bring that. Shitty little joke. As I said, shitty little joke. So I have no idea who that might have been.
Nah.
Not because it's too destroyed, but because I have no idea which part should go where.
Pretty much.
Uh,
You're also pretty sure there are pieces missing, but you can't really tell for sure.
okay. Anyone else want to take a look at this bust?
I'll try. So,
Great.
investigation, sir?
Investigation, yeah.
Investigation, yep. Alright. Beevehr crouches down and pokes through the rubble, and suddenly looks very confused as to why Barben didn't just look at the nameplate. You pick
There
up
was a
the-
nameplate.
You pick up the brass nameplate and hand it to the bard.
Look at this, I found something.
Wow. Oh. I never would have seen that.
I'm a barbarian, I know things about broken stuff.
The
It's
name on the plate is Damus Farharden III. You recall that the person who sent you on this quest was Damus Farharden V.
Oh, great. We destroyed someone destroyed our employer's grandfather's bust.
It's been in the this place has been in the hands of kobolds whoever knows how long. He's lucky there's still a mansion here, let alone anything in it.
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. So, what do you think we should do next? Should we go back to where we came and take the main mansion, or do we go and check what's on the other side of these stairs?
Well, we're here. We might as well just head on up and see what's up there.
Alright, he's
All
all
right.
gonna head upstairs.
I would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Give
that's
me,
the natural flow of the story.
Give me a sec to get you all ready. So just need to line up. Line up, form an orderly queue. So I can copy and paste your characters.
You don't copy and paste us. You just move us from one sheet to the other.
Yeah, but I've made changes to settings to your character, so...
Okay, so...
And then I just do this. And if you give me a sec...
That would be the wrong room.
No it is not.
That's where we
Okay.
were before.
That's...
You're there.
Now we're over here.
Wait, there's two of me! Ah!
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're
No.
still on the old room. In the old room, we're still there as well.
Oh, shit. Ignore them, they don't exist.
I'm just saying.
I can't select any of them. Oh, that's why.
Wrong layer?
You were... No,
Yeah.
she was spectator.
Oh.
Ignore them!
Yeah, you probably should remove them.
Snake, you caused this time paradox.
Dun,
Alright,
dun,
okay.
dun.
As I said, this is my first time running something on D20, so forgive some of my incompetence.
So I'm fairly certain we don't see whatever this thing is over here.
That is a window with a curtain.
Yeah, but
God.
it's because it's so far set into the wall.
You see it.
That's the disadvantage of the system, kind of.
Yeah. You see it.
All
It's
right.
covered by the curtain. That's why it's set so far in, so it could make the curtain look. I made this floor before I figured out I could move things to a certain angle.
Well,
Move them off the grid.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't have time to edit it. So, you have all clambered up the stairs.
the air over here smells familiar. Almost as if we've been somewhere close, because the dimensions feel a little off compared to the other thing. Then again,
Not sure they are
flexibility
that
of
off,
story.
but
Flexibility of story.
Mhm.
So we
So-
see a lot of busts. Some of them bust, some not.
Yeah.
And a statue over here in the corner.
Yeah,
So,
that statue
anything-
appears to have been destroyed.
oh. So it's a pile of rubble.
It is still
Or is-
standing. It reaches up to about 8 feet to where the head, and then the head has been lobbed off. So you can tell this was once a very impressive statue. There's a lot of
Okay,
scraping around the base, so someone tried to move this and then get frustrated when they couldn't.
I look at the nameplate.
It is Lord Damus Farharden.
Oh, the founder of the family.
Yep.
How did he found a family without a head?
Well, when he was alive, he was very lovely to his head. He found a head, and it helped him to get ahead in society.
Oh.
He looks to have been a mighty warrior. You can probably glean that he earned his title through conquest.
Yeah, but he always kept his head on his shoulders. Unlike this statue, someone seems to have tried to make him a little bit shorter so they can carry him around.
Stop with the puns! Luther snaps at you. Enough.
There were puns?
No, they were just silly little plays on words. Sometimes a bard can't help himself. I presume this down here is also a statue or whatever is left of one.
Yeah, it is a full statue. It is on a precarious pedestal, so it looks like someone was going to move it, but decided not to.
All right. I presume another member of the family, by glancing at the nameplate.
No.
Who is
There
it
is
then?
no nameplate.
There is no nameplate, so I need to do an investigation
Yeah.
or a history check. Most likely a history check if you're someone from history.
Go for it.
Let's see. 17.
Yes. This is a fantastic example of a lion.
Of a lion.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just a lion.
Great. Great. I know this lion and its grandfather. It's called
I know this
both
one.
are called
It's a
Dave.
lion.
Funnily enough.
I got it. It's a lion. That's what this animal is.
I've seen this in the history book. It's a lion.
You don't get
Okay.
out very much, do you? Says the paladin.
Meanwhile,
I
the
don't
elf from
usually
Drow-
have time to read books and learn things. I'm a bard. I have to entertain people. Even those of your kind.
Meanwhile, Shava, who grew up underground where there's all the giant spiders, what's a lion?
It's complicated.
No, it's not.
it's
just
very-
a
it's
really
very-
big cat.
Yeah, you think where they live with spiders, they know cats.
Yeah, what's a cat?
Oh my
The
god.
opposite of whatever Snuggles is. Snuggles is what we call a dog.
Snuggles hears his name, comes over, and start just sitting here in the center of attention. He still has his wooden sword, by the way.
You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
His tail wags. Snuggles is a very good boy. So, what is your next course of action?
What do we do? Do we take on this door or do we take on this door?
I would prefer the south one since it's connects to.
It connects to the main hall, yeah.
And to the ankle bone.
So let me take a look and see if I can see anything before opening that door.
Do you need me to enhance your skill at opening doors?
Guidance is a cantrip, right?
Nope. What I would have to do is enhance ability, and that is a level 2 spell.
Yeah, let's not do that. That's not necessary.
I could give you bardic inspiration otherwise.
No.
Alright.
Perception. Alright. You peek through the door, and you get a good view through the keyhole. Opposite the door, you see a window that has been flimsily boarded up, but you also see a kobold. But you can also see that wrapped in his tail is an ace of spades.
There appears to be a kobold card game going on in there.
Card games, you say?
I think somebody's cheating.
Well, what are we going to do? Do we knock or do we just ram the door open? I mean, we've tried both.
I think we can just go in there and handle it.
Paladin
Get
You
some
want-
supplies on them. And take them all out.
You want to take them all out?
So,
What if we try to play their game and cheat them out of the house?
I don't think they own the house.
They are in the house. They may think that they have the house. If we make them lose any rights to anything they own. If we basically strip them naked. I know, a very displeasing thought.
Play card games with kobolds.
Beevehr blushes.
We could do that, or we could kill them. I mean,
the last one of your schemes ended up with them anyway. So we could just cut to the chase.
oh well.
Oh,
Beevehr, what do you think?
why don't we open the door, and then we shout he's cheating, and then we slam it closed again?
That's an interesting plan.
They won't understand common, Darius points out.
Well, Darius, you could be the one who's telling them.
Oh yeah. I totally speak Draconic.
Yes.
Sure, scooch over. So, he's swallowed
Okay. Sure.
That's a terrible thing.
Alright.
Cheetah!
Darius opens the door, and you can see the rest of the room. Both kobolds turn to look at him. Darius points at the kobold nearest the door with the card wrapped in his tail and bellows in Draconic, "He's cheating!" And he's going to roll deception. 12. Okay, where's this kobold?
Is it really deception if it's actually true?
Well,
Yeah, we think it's
a
true.
random stranger has showed up and has started telling him something, so...
That would be persuasion, I would think.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever's higher. Whichever is higher. Because...
Alright, well, we'll go persuasion then.
no,
Alright,
we
we'll
stick with
Let's stick with
deception.
deception. Unfortunately, this kobold has rolled a 16 minus 1, so 15.
Fuck.
His friend immediately turns round and garbles something in Draconic. And you see the tail flick, the ace of spades goes scurrying away under the table. And these two kobolds now stand up and draw daggers.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Roll
It
initiative.
almost worked.
So are we going to play this out with just us, or not? I'm fine with it.
Oh,
It's just two kobolds?
wait. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep, where's the turn order?
There we go.
So you.
Well, I've improved myself. 16.
Oh shit, they're rolling so bad. 5. Alright, so. Luther. Roll initiative. Where's your initiative? There it is. And.
Yes, this is
Darius.
totally not a little
Alright, everybody on there?
one for
Okay.
the Lunar New Year event.
Darius looks over his shoulder and says, "I don't think they fell for it."
In January.
Okay.
It almost worked, though.
Hello?
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 Yes.
Hello?
I hear people.
Beep beep.
Who are we missing? Who dropped?
Orc, was that you?
I thought I heard someone say very loudly hello. That got me confused.
I think Derkork is having an issue because he's not saying anything.
Thing that reduces damage and all on you. It basically stops any form of status. So
Corky?
if you do it at the right time, you can basically have them charge. And
Sometimes if somebody has a network issue, it can take a little bit for Discord to
Sorry,
actually...
I apparently had a little bit of a drop.
There.
All right.
Welcome back.
Net
Alright.
connection. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Barben is actually the first one up.
Yep. So, Darius very quickly says, "They didn't buy it." What do you do?
they fought for
All right. Anyone need any bardic inspiration?
No.
It's too
Uh,
close.
Yeah, no, I could use that to blow them up harder, but I don't think it's going to be necessary.
I don't think either. I'm moving in, and I draw my rapier at this fellow here.
Alright, roll it.
That's 13.
You hit him.
Yeah, thought so. That's what you get for cheating.
He
And
swings, but he's still standing.
Yeah, I know. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is the Barbarian.
Can I move far enough to hit both of them?
Where's the ruler? There's the ruler. You could move to here between the two of them for 25 feet. So yeah, you could make it.
Okay. So, the one to the north of me, I'm going to hit with one of my cleavers, and the other one I'm north.
Okay. Roll that one first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you hit him. You do 8 damage.
What was that?
You slash him very painfully down the back.
Yeah, and then I just shot him
He
back.
bangs into the table and he rounds on you, brandishing his little dagger.
And
We see cops flying out of his garments everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
the ace of diamonds falls out of his clothes. The other kobold turns and sparks something in Draconic.
You were cheating. I don't need a translator. I can understand that.
yes, the other,
Darius translates to basically, "You cheating bastard," and the other one shouts back, "You're one to talk."
and as they're distracted, I'm going to hit the second kobold with my cleavers.
This one? Alright.
The one to the right of me.
This one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
He
the
hit-
one you hit first.
No, he hit the
Hit
one
the other one.
next to me first.
Oh, I thought you went for that one first. Oh, my bad.
Alright,
Alright, well, do you still want to attack this one, or do you want to go for the one that's next to Barden?
No, I'm still going to go to the right.
Sorry, I can't hear you over Teddy.
I'm
He's
still going to hit the one to the right.
Alright. So this one. Okay, hit it again. 5 slashing damage. You smack it with your other axe. The little kobold, distracted by his friend calling him a dirty, dirty cheater, wasn't paying attention, and you crack him in the neck. He slumps over. He's dead.
That's what you get for cheating.
I thought this one was the one who's cheating.
They both were.
Yeah. Shava, now is your time to play Stabby Stabby. Oh, ETP is muted, yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
shuffling things at my desk, so I didn't want
Yeah,
to make a bunch of noise.
could be worse. Could be the internet derping. That's a natural
That
20
is
there.
Nat 20, that is a critical, so you get to do all the damage.
I do get to do all the damage. So that's 8 plus 66. Drop my sneak attack damage on that. For a total of 29 damage on the.
He only had 9 health!
And on my second attack,
Eviscerated!
He's already
And
dead.
that damage is doubled, so you did...
no, that was the double damage. The 29 was.
Alright then. This kobold
And
is
then-
already dead.
I think
And then I'll hit him on the way down before he hits
You're
the
turning
ground.
him
Just
into
to,
You're turning him into mincemeat. You know that.
yeah,
I think he's
just
just
bring it up to
eradicated his
the
family line 2 generations back.
up to
You
37
flail
total damage.
around with your blaze. You chop off an arm, then another arm, then a leg, then the tail, then the last leg, and then finally you put him out of his misery and take off his head. There's now a little pile of kobold pieces on the floor.
Someone's missing their calling as a butcher.
Hey, you made a puzzle!
Yeah, all that.
What do you think I do between jobs?
Oh, wow. Wow. Monster. So yeah. That's the end of the combat.
That's the end of the combat, yeah. So we check the fellows, probably. Let's say.
Alright.
So an investigation check for both of them.
Sure.
Yeah, we find all the decks of cards they were hiding.
Yeah, you fiddle through, and if I look at the right damn loot table. There it is. So you fiddle through these guys, and you find there are actually several sets of cards, all with the same backing. And you realise both of these guys are really fucking cheaters. There are more cards on the kobold than there are on the table. And there's literally a deck on the table.
Well, who needs a new deck of cards? Just slightly bloodied.
On the table
nothing.
too, you can see what they were using for chips. It appears to be chicken bones.
At least none of those silvery rocks.
And there is also a shiny rock.
I was wondering when they would pop up again. Anyone wanting to hold on to the silvery rock? The shiny thing?
No.
The trinket?
I think I'm gonna take it.
Alright.
Alright.
Luther, no jumping through windows. I know you are someone who wants to go head first, but not through windows.
Just look at him. He's just
what-
basically holding the board and seeing how loose it is. It is very loose.
This here is a table? Or is it...
That is another cabinet.
Alright, we should probably rummage through it.
You should
Rummage.
keep it for when we need one soon.
Alright. You look at it, and it looks very similar to the one that was downstairs in the Dragonborn's room. However, the decanters are all empty, and the cigar box has also been empty.
So it's a lot like the thing over here on the other side.
The kobolds had a field day.
So there, I can see nothing valuable in there.
There's nothing valuable in this room.
Well,
Except the carpet. You can't steal that because it's too heavy.
yeah, maybe the table would be worth something. Aside from being firewood. So, next door?
Sure. What do you wanna do?
I'm asking everyone else. Do you want to go and check the next door?
Makes sense to me.
That's fine.
I'm trying to do my best this time at stealth. Being that Shava did try her darndest. So what was it again? Stealth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With perception check.
So yeah, perception. Yeah, roll stealth check. But I should have rolled perception first.
Do you want
Will
to do
you allow
perception
me-
first? I will let you.
Yes, I would like to do the perception check first.
Because you said it before the dice hit the deck, I'll let you do it. Alright. You get a really good perception, so you glance under the door and you can see about that far. This looks to be a corridor.
Okay, I think... Shava, do you want to open the door? It seems to be just another corridor, pretty much the same as on the other side of the building.
Well, I would love to. Unfortunately, my morals say that since you rolled that 7 as a stealth, you live with consequences.
Alright, so I open the door for Shava, and she gets to go through. Deal or no deal?
Sure.
So I open the door. It screeches loudly as it scrapes the floorboards.
Actually, it just makes more of a little grunt. It doesn't make too much noise.
Oh, I thought it would be pretty loud. So Shava,
Oh, excuse me.
please, gesundheit.
All right.
I
The door
will.
opens.
I will look on through.
And you have a peek. And you see this corridor.
Interesting.
No one there?
No one there. Is this just a pile of stuff?
Oh, sorry. You're referring to the stuff at the end
There's
of the corridor?
over there.
Yeah.
From here, it looks like a little pile. You can't see any detail.
Okay. Well, let me check this door to make sure that nothing.
I'm fairly certain there is another big room on the other side.
I expect so too. The question is, what the fuck is in it?
Kobolds. Lots and lots of kobolds.
Probably.
Alright. You
Pretty
have a
good.
peek through the door. And you see
Trying new characters is just one of those things
this.
that you gotta do. But it's a
Alright.
daunting.
If we sneak in, we should be able to surprise them. Or should we... I mean, I can do a little bit of I can cause minor illusions, so if necessary, we could stun them with a little bit of magic. Maybe make the fire seem brighter and larger and more dangerous.
I think we could just go in there and sneak in and stab them, assuming there's nobody in the corners of the room looking at us.
Out of character, I'd like to know that there's maybe more room.
Yeah, there probably is.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that there is more room given the layout of the other side. I presume it's about the same size as the room on the other side.
There could be all kinds of things there.
Yeah, that's what I'm out of character thinking. There's probably characters up here.
But if we get a surprise round, I get automatic crit. Buddy who hasn't acted, and that's really cool.
All right. Do you need anything outside from us not screwing up?
Nope. That's
Nope.
the big thing.
Well, in that case, be my guest.
All right. So let's open this door quietly.
Yeah, you do that. I've already worn out all the doors.
28.
28. Alright. You very quietly open the door.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a tiny little squeak, but due to the fireplace cracking loudly at just the right moment, it doesn't make any more noise. Most of the rest of the room has been revealed to you.
Okay.
That's still not good.
Makes 5.
At
There's
least.
There's a large bookcase here blocking your view to the rest of the room.
I'm fairly
That's
certain
right.
someone else is rummaging here. Just
Okay.
got a bookcase.
So, would you like us to roll and act in an initiative, or to slip in there and do stuff?
I mean,
I would say this would probably be where we would leave it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Alright.
Because
But-
I think this would be a lot better if you had more players to do this.
yeah.
This is going to be a bigger fight.
There's totally going to be a dragon beholder orc behind there.
Yeah, the Dragonborn down there wasn't clearly the leader.
It's going to be like a half Tarrasque.
You
Yeah,
remember-
I'm
Actually, Barden, roll me an intelligence check.
You want me to roll an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Roll that shit, man!
Alright then. You remember very clearly that Dave told you that there was a big bastard in heavy armor.
Yeah, could be an orc, actually. Given what I heard about the full orcs. No, ill will. No mean things intended. Looking
Paladin
at...
glares at you.
I am not insinuating. You are not like the other orcs. You're a half-orc. You are a good guy.
You are one of the good ones.
Yes. You're trying to make the world a better place.
Snuggles hears the word good and gets all excited and wags his tail.
Okay.
I throw some of the dried meat ration to Snuggles to get him quiet.
Snuggles looks between his little toy sword chew toy, and the meat. And then eats the meat and picks up the sword again. Alright then.
Let's call it here.
We shall call it here. And we will pick up this encounter next time.
We'll be back next time.
Yeah. Alright then. So we'll end that there. So guys, what did you think this time round?
I'm having fun.
I have to say, you spent a lot more time than I was expecting in the theater.
Well, I was trying to do it in a way that wasn't necessarily making us a lot of blood, because again, neutral good.
Yes. In my eyes, this whole job is a pretty bloody one to begin with.
Yeah.
The characters who accepted it
I'll
should.
tell you what my other group did.
Yeah.
My other group did the exact same thing,
Mm-hmm.
where they convinced her that they were part of the acting troupe she sent for.
Uh-huh.
But they had come out through the stage door.
Mm-hmm.
So she just she basically seen one of them poke out the stage door, and she was like, "Oh, good, you're here. Stay there, I'm on my way." And then she went round into the dressing room after shouting at the kobolds to keep practicing. While she was in the dressing room, she mistook the Barbarian for Theonides and started flirting with him. And the rogue took that opportunity to knife her in the back.
Oh, I was really, really tempted when we were having a conversation surrounding her with the kobold starting to go for their knives to just say, okay, so I kill her now.
Yep.
I was very close to that situation as well. I was thinking, okay, this is where shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
But fortunately, or unfortunately, we didn't have it delayed.
Yeah, that's true. But
otherwise, Beevehr wouldn't have had his wonderful wooden crown.
yeah.
What is the best part?
The best part
When-
is the rogue snuck back out the hatch to look at the kobolds who were practicing. He did a perception check at the back of the curtain, and he found several levers and ropes that led to set pieces that were suspended above the stage.
Oh my god.
He cut the
He
rope and
killed
dropped a
them with
large
this.
wooden castle on all the kobolds on the stage and crushed every single one of them.
Nice.
I don't know. Having them
That's-
dissolved in acid by their own boss might beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a bit more badassery, yeah.
Yeah, when the band thing came up, I was very much prepared for Beevehr just to set up all his counting samples on the table and go like,
Very prepared, apparently.
Oh, Jesus. That character just went unhinged at the end. So, play of the game for this session. Because last week it was Beevehr and the chef.
Hard to say.
I'm gonna go with Shava causing the snowball brawl.
Yeah,
"Oh, that was good."
that's pretty much
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten I did that. That was
yeah.
I'll go with that.
I mean, the result of the resolution of that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, we resolved that by pretending, oh, my money's gone. Did we even pick the money back up from the pile? Probably melted
no.
all away.
Your money
I
is
just-
in a pile of melted kobold. So there's like 4 gold
Yeah,
coins down
liquid
there.
eye.
We got more money out of it in the end. So
Yeah.